former world champion, Kev Stutchbury, who has won it no more than 5 times?
5 times, yeah.
9 times point champion?
Yeah.
7 times European champion, is that correct?
I think it's 5.
5?
5,
All right,
yeah,
I've been told 7.
5 and 4.
I must check my facts. So how's it feel not being in the world final for the first time?
That's pretty good actually. I can kind of enjoy it. I haven't got the pressure I like the others have got, so no, it's pretty good.
You've got a few of your cars in the on the grid though.
Yeah,
that were
good, yeah.
your former cars.
Yeah, I think this is one of my former cars.
It
obviously
is.
My old shell car. So yeah, it's good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hopefully I can do well.
Yeah.
Some good positions.
So in the meeting previewing the on the website and in the programme, you've given your thoughts about the drivers who were on the first 5 or 6 rows.
Yep.
So can you give us some of your thoughts from some of the drivers who are further back? So like, let's say John Brown.
John Brown is fast enough. Whether or not, you know, consistency sometimes don't play for John. But yeah, I think he stands a chance.
Yeah.
He could win.
One of my favourites, Brian Andrew, never too old to go for gold.
It's about time. If you do it long enough, I think it's about time, isn't
Yeah,
it? Yeah.
yeah. Well, he was on the podium at Buxton the other week.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did really well. I think he
Yeah.
surprised himself, but you know.
So like give himself a bit of a G up then.
Yeah, definitely. He
Never
nearly
know.
wasn't supposed to be here because his wife was, she's having a hip operation.
All right.
So she thought it might have been this weekend, and then luckily they said next
Oh,
week.
right.
So he's
managed to get
lucky
away
to
with
be
it.
here. Yeah. We've got ex-Bangor driver Timmy Aldridge.
Yeah.
What do you think about his chances are?
I haven't seen him race. I raced with him a few years ago, and he's pretty handy. But don't know.
Yeah.
You never know. Could being far back play into their hands. I don't know.
Yeah, there could be some action at the front.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Definitely. Yeah.
So, which has been your favourite world final that you've ever done?
My favourite, I think, would probably be the first one I won. I think I didn't expect to win it.
Right.
And,
How long had you been racing?
I've been racing, I think I've been racing about 4 or 5 years before I won
Right.
it. So yeah, and I built a new car for that year and I weren't happy with it.
Right.
And it didn't really perform that well on shale. So I was keeping out of trouble for the first few laps. I thought, oh, that feels good, this did. And yeah, I managed to get in the lead and get gone and won it.
And where was that at?
It was at Kings Lynn.
Kings Lynn, nice track.
Yeah, lovely track.
Yeah. So which would have been your favourite track to race on in your career in the
In my
V8s?
career, always liked Skegness.
Yeah.
Skegness or Birmingham used to be one of my favourites.
Yeah, that's a good track.
I think
it's
it's
such a shame.
Yeah, quite quick, because it's wide bends.
Yeah.
It's quite quick, like Skegness or like that.
Yeah.
And shale tracks. I always used to go around here.
Right.
Here or Kings Lynn. These are probably my favourite shale
Yeah.
tracks.
Yeah. So you've got a lot of time on your hands now.
Yeah.
So what are you doing with yourself?
Still do bits and pieces of stock cars.
Right.
Sort of keep me in it a bit. I've been helping Gav with my old shale car quite a bit.
Yeah.
On the phone and just, I don't know, do a bit of karting.
Oh,
like
right.
Local track of Milton Keynes, go there quite often.
Yeah.
Apart from that, just a bit of time on my hands, do what I like really.
Are you missing it?
No, I think it's not at the minute. You know, I've been doing it so long, nice to have a year,
Yeah.
sort of a year out. So yeah, I don't know whether as time goes I will, I'm not sure. I've been offered to have a go a few times. So,
Right. In what?
Gav offered me to go in his car.
Back in the V8?
Yeah.
All right.
So
okay.
yeah, in the V8. So you probably won't see the end of me. I should think at some point I will probably end up back in one.
It'll be good to see you. So, is the V8 the only oval formula that you ever raced?
Yes.
Right. Okay.
I'd love, obviously, Formula Ones would be a dream, but just expensive.
It's so much money,
yeah.
isn't it? Yeah. Yeah. And your brother used to race as well.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
used to race. Yeah.
I didn't realise that.
Yeah. Long time ago.
So the overseas drivers that we've got racing, so we've got Bex Barr,
Yeah.
we've got Mitch Vickeray,
Yeah.
Asher Reese and Yali Tesla. Who do you
Yeah.
think stands a good chance out of those?
I seen Vickery last weekend. Obviously had a win straight
Yeah.
out of the box, so he should be quick. And Tesla, I know he'd done the Skegness one a few years ago.
Yeah, he
and
came
come
second.
Second. So
Yeah. That was the meeting that everyone's been talking about, saying how wet it was, and
Yeah,
you know,
that's
and
it, yeah.
a lot of people had bad luck and basically got
So
took out on the first back straight, didn't they?
Yeah, I should think if those two can get on the third row, I think
Yeah.
one of those will probably stand a chance
Yeah.
of doing it.
Yeah, third row. So then in front of them we've got Camay,
Yeah.
who she's not a well-known
No.
shale driver, is she?
No.
Tarmac's her thing.
I don't know what car is she using.
She's using a tarmac car.
So yeah, I don't know if they've been practicing or.
I don't know. Well, she was booked into race last week at
Yeah,
Bradford, but
yeah.
had to cancel. Guy we've got as well.
Guy, he's my outside bet. Guy is.
Is he?
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people have said that. A lot of people said whether he could win, they want him to win, you know.
Yeah.
So he's been quite a favourite. And then we've got Thomas Brighton, one of in your old car.
Yeah.
The young hotshot, youngest driver that we've got on the grid. Yeah, only just passed his road driving test.
Oh, right. Yeah.
I mean, he doesn't look it.
No,
you know.
I mean, I've looked at the results now. I haven't seen him have the best of results on shale.
No.
So, and I know he hasn't been here last year. He didn't come here. So, yeah, I don't know.
I think he's been here with his stocks carts.
Right.
Yeah, and minis as well. So
yeah,
but a V8's a different kettle of fish, isn't it?
Yeah.
To a stocks cart. Then we've got Steve Young.
Steve Young.
First time on pole.
Yeah, would the pressure get to him?
Yeah. I don't know, he seems quite a cool character to me.
Yeah.
You know, he doesn't seem fazed by it all. He just comes and does his thing and he's there on the, you know, doing, you know, he's got a podium again, you know. He's like...
Yeah, I think it's hard to pick out a clear winner.
I think so, yeah, I agree.
I think back markers are going to play a big part in it.
Yeah, they've got a good chance. I think that, I think it's going to get messy up front.
I think, when they come to, they'll soon be back in traffic and I think it'd be hard to pass them.
Yeah. So, do you think that, just a minute, you can edit this, can't you? Why did you choose V8s originally to come into?
Mainly because my brother was doing it.
Right, okay.
And obviously, that's where really I was going to go because my brother was doing it and learnt off him a bit of what he knew and
But you've been more successful than him.
Yeah.
We've currently got that with Gillen Evan, that Gillen's been doing it for 4 years and Evan's come in and been more successful. So it's a one in the thing talking about in the family. So it's our biggest event of the year. Are you going to be going around taking the trophy for everyone to see?
I think Guy Jolly seems to have a lot of things planned for me. I think that's one of them. So yeah.
Yeah. This is the first time it's been run at Mildenhall.
Yeah.
So I think it's going to be interesting to see because, you know, other tracks we've kind of seen it being there and we've seen what happens, you know, and because none of the drivers have had the opportunity to race here this year, none of them.
No, because it got cancelled.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think that it's going to be, I think the overseas drivers have probably got a better chance than our drivers because they're all getting the practice laps, aren't they?
Yeah.
To see what time, what grid they're going to get, what grid position. So yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, thank you for your time.
I think it'd be a good race.
I think it's going to be really interesting because I think the because we've got such a mixed bag of people on there, and so many with a good chance of it, that I think that it's going to be a good one to watch. Hopefully,
definitely.
Yeah, and everyone comes off smiling.
Hopefully,
that's what we want.
Yeah, all to enjoy it.
Yeah, lovely. Thank you. We're here at Mildenhall for the World Final of the V8s, and you are second on the grid. How are you feeling?
Yeah, pretty excited to be fair, quite excited. First World Final off the front, so we'll see how it goes.
Did you do the World Final last year?
We did at Buxton, it wasn't the best.
Right, okay. And who is your favourite, do you think, other than yourself?
It could be anyone around Mildenhall. There's a lot of lap traffic to try and get past and there's a lot of people in it who can win it, so anyone's race. Yeah,
so nobody on the grid has won the final before, which is quite interesting really, isn't it? It's good. How long have you been racing V8s?
I've just about done a year now, so I'm just on to my second year.
And you're our youngest driver and our youngest superstar, so that's quite an achievement, isn't it, in your first year?
It's quite an achievement.
Yeah. What other formulas have you raced?
I've raced stocks karts, junior and senior, and I've also done a bit of mini stocks near the end of my junior career.
And have you done any of their world finals?
I've done all the stocks kart world finals and I've done one senior stocks kart world final, but never did a mini stock one.
So you're ahead of people there because some of these drivers haven't even done a world final. Yeah. So we've got 5 females racing. Who's your favourite to win?
It's one of them. It's Emma Ford's quite quick at Bradford, but so Amy Jagger, she set a fastest lap time at Sheffield, so she could win. Yeah. But the same thing, Cammy. I don't know what she might be like on shale. She might fit to it really well. She's going to be quite interesting to watch, I think, because she's really great on tarmac, but we've not really seen her form on shale, have we? That's it.
So that'll be quite interesting. What's been your biggest achievement so far this year?
probably the British Championship it would have to be. It was quite a good race to win. It was one of them I didn't get it handed to me and I had to work quite hard for it. So yeah, I'm happy with that.
Yeah, good. Thank you. So we're here with Jamie Rogers, number 71, who is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th row on the grid.
Yep.
Inside. How are you feeling?
All right, yeah. Had a nice week away in Croatia, so
lovely.
Ready for it, I hope.
Nice and relaxed, ready
nice
to
and
go.
Relaxed, yeah.
So you've come into V8s from?
Done a bit of speedway, more grass track. Yeah,
right.
More 2 wheels than 4 wheels.
So grass track, I would say, would give you an advantage on the shale then?
Yeah, you get more of a feeling for it. It's same with speedway. Yeah, I do struggle with tarmac, but yeah, right. I do prefer the shale. Yeah.
So we could see a success today for you on here.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah.
If the car's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So who do you think other than yourself might win?
I think there's a few really. Thomas is going well. Gillen and Evans going well, aren't there? There's a few I think it'd be good. I think it'd be a good meeting.
Yeah. Do you have any other family who race?
No.
No. So how did you get into?
Through Luke and PJ. Luke Moore and PJ, yeah.
Are they friends of yours?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So which has been your favourite track to race on so far?
Bradford.
Yeah?
I like Bradford, yeah. Yeah, it seems to suit my style, that, yeah. Nice bank, nice and fast. I've never been around here, so...
No, not many people have been around here.
Not many people have, no, so it'd be same for us all, yeah.
I think there's a lot of people who are on the level playing field, really, because nobody's had the advantage of driving here this year, and some have never driven at Mildenhall at all, so it's going to be interesting to see. So what are your thoughts on how it might play out?
I don't really know. We were on about this on the way down, you know, when the flag drops, it'll be what it'll be, won't it? I think that's the best thing to say about it. Stock car racing, isn't it? Anything can happen.
Anything can happen.
Yeah.
So we're here with Guy Jolley, who is on his 14th World Final. His highest score to date has been 5th in his World Finals, but this is the first time that the World Final has been run at Mildenhall, one of your local tracks. How are you feeling?
Excited, confident, suspicious, depending what's going to happen with the others around us. But it's good. Nice day for it.
It is. It's a great day.
Hopefully a good crowd. So. Yeah.
So, which is your favourite, shale or tarmac?
Up to this year, it was shale, but then this year we've gone well on tarmac. So it doesn't really bother me, to be fair. As long as you're going well, you don't care really, do you? But I have always liked Mildenhall, so yeah, good omen. Yeah,
but never been a world finalist, so it's going to be quite interesting to see how it plays out.
I think it'll either be a big push, or it'll be a tamer race, and everybody thinks, and you just drive off you'll either be a sedate drive off in a sunset, or it'll be carnage.
Yeah, but nobody on the grid has ever won a world final, so that's going to be quite interesting to see, isn't it? I think it's open to anybody, really, isn't it?
It's one of them tracks, I believe, if you're at the back, you can't go in thinking, I'm just here for the day, because, as I said, if there's some action up front, they could soon be coming through. So.
Yeah. We've got 5 females racing today.
Yep.
Who do you think is going to do well today?
Cami Dorbel, she's always quick.
But she favours the tarmac.
Yeah. Well, she's not done much shale, but she's got the experience on her side. Amy's been doing it for a lot of years. Hannah won a final last week.
Yeah.
Bex is real quick in New Zealand, can't be discounted. Who's the other one, sorry?
Emma.
Emma as well. She's always up there or thereabouts as well. So
yeah. It's going to be good to see, I think.
Well, she's actually come on form real quick, Emma. When you think she only started in V8s this year, she's had a real good year. So.
Really good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good luck then. We'll
Thank
see
you
you on
very
track
much.
later.
Thank you.
We're here with Hannah, who is racing car number 350. Had a really good win at Bradford last Saturday, wasn't it? Yeah. How are you feeling after that?
Yeah, good, to be fair. Pleased I won it. It was my first final win, so yeah, pleased with it, yeah.
It was really good. You are one of 5 ladies on the grid today.
Yeah.
So how are you feeling about it? How do you think you're going to go against the other ladies?
I don't know, to be fair. Just starting 10th though inside, so we'll just see how it goes, really.
Guys just said that you can't discount the people at the back, so yeah, probably got a good chance.
Yeah, probably, yeah. We'll just have to see what happens on the first corner, really.
There's never been a female name on the world final, the world trophy.
I have heard, actually, on the Facebook post, I've seen that no females won it yet, so
could be you.
Anything could happen, really.
Anything could happen, yeah. So do you favour the shale or the tarmac?
I don't really. I probably prefer shale, but I like both really, but...
And do you prefer, because you've also got an F1, haven't you? So do you prefer your V8 or your F1?
F1s are easy to drive.
Are they?
Yeah.
Wow, I wouldn't have thought that. Is that because it's got more power or more bits and pieces on it?
Must be, yeah, I don't know, I just find the F1s easier to drive, so...
Cool. Hopefully you'll have some success in the F1 soon.
Hopefully soon, yeah.
Who is your bet for winning today?
I think it could be anybody's, to be honest. I think it's a small track, and I think everyone will be pushing, and it just depends what happens on the first corner. I think it really can be anyone's, and with no one on the grid that's won it before, I think it really could be
wide
anyone's.
open, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, brilliant, thank you.
Thank you.
John Brown, 288 with us now, who is 8th row on the grid, on the inside. This is his 8th World Final. Yeah?
I think 8th or 9th, something like that.
Okay.
Something like that.
So he missed 2014 because he lent his car to Bex Bar, who is racing today, who's just gone past us. How are you feeling?
I don't know. I'm all right at the minute. It's fair, these World Finals these days are just sort of, I've done my nervous bit of them. They just, whatever happens, happens now. So
Yeah.
we're just...
So your highest finish has been a second?
Second, yeah, in Bradford the other year, and that was, we had a bit of a misfire through the race, which was a shame because I think we got at least to have a battle with Steve Thompson for the win of that one. But I've led a few in the past and just never had the luck to get to the end. So
Right. So you've also got your future wife, Miss Emma Ford, racing
Yes.
in one of your cars. How's the competition at home?
There's a good chance that she's probably going to beat me. That's the thing. At the minute, I think up till Skegness double header, we've raced 15 times together, and I beat her once.
Oh.
So it's not. Apart from it's got slightly gone in my favour for Skegness when she went back up to blue, but yeah, she was pretty quick at Bradford last week. First time out in the car that she's borrowing. So I was pretty impressed with how she went at Bradford. So I think she'll be pretty handy tonight.
Want to watch?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. I think she's done really well to come into it this year, which is very kind of you to let her have one of your cars.
It was not well. I'm beginning to regret the decision now, but yeah.
Brilliant. So who, other than yourself, who do you think, or Emma, might win it?
Kind of my money's on Guy, if I'm honest. I
Yeah.
think he's near enough the front. He's good at Mildenhall. He's always been good at Mildenhall.
Yeah.
So I think that it could be Guy,
Yeah.
if anything, this year.
My money's on you.
Oh well.
I think it could. I think
wouldn't
you. I
put
think
too
you're
much on it.
I think you're in a good position on the track, and you've got the experience. You've been, you've had quite a good crack at it. And
You're calling me old?
no.
Calling me old. Well, funnily enough, they come up this year. It's about 10 years. This past week, this month, or at the end of August, it was 10 years since my first final win.
Oh, was it?
At Birmingham, yeah.
Oh, wow.
And this year, it's 10 years in the Formula this year now. So.
Wow.
And still haven't won anything.
Well, this could be your time to shine.
So, or maybe.
Yeah, let's see. All right, thank you for your time.
No problem. Thanks.
We're here with Tom A. Andrew, 453, who is on the 9th row of the grid. This is his second World Final. How many years have you been racing V8s?
3.
3.
Yeah, this should have.
And he won the last final at Sheffield on Sunday, didn't you? Yeah. How's it going this year?
Not bad. Not the best year, but I got a win last week, so it's getting better. Hopefully.
Getting better. So maybe you might be coming into form now. So maybe today could be a good day for you.
Yeah, probably. Hopefully.
So how do you think the race might go?
I hope everyone crashes out and then I can get through. But I don't know yet. I'm not sure.
So you've only been round Mildenhall once last year in your V8? Yeah. Did you race your Mini here?
Yeah.
And stocks carts?
Yeah.
So you do know the track a bit,
Yeah.
so you've got an advantage. Oh, did you?
Yeah. A few finals.
Right, okay, so you've got an advantage on some of the other drivers that are here really, haven't you?
Yeah.
So who's going to be better, you or Hannah?
Me. Yeah, definitely.
So this is the first time that they have run the World Final at Mildenhall. So it'll be quite interesting to see, won't it?
Yeah, well, it's quite a small track.
Yeah.
Lots of crashes, hopefully. I can get through.
Let's hope that works out for you. All right, thank you for your time. So we're here with Asher Rees, New Zealand #1.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's the formula that you normally race in New Zealand?
Super stocks over there. Haven't raced stock cars for 6 or so years.
Right.
Which is, compared to these, the same thing.
Right.
Yeah, last time I raced those I was national champ, and I just didn't defend it after that, gave up after that when
Oh, really?
stock racing, yeah.
So you were national champion in the equivalent of these?
Yeah.
So you've probably got a good chance tonight then?
Oh, yeah, I don't know. I haven't done any laps. I've done 4 laps at Bradford in the car. I'm here just to have fun and I'll give it a good nudge, obviously, but
yeah.
Hey, anything's a possibility.
So you've got your time trial to do as well?
Yep.
Later. How are you feeling about that?
Oh, I'd be fine, I think.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, there's 4 spots up for grabs, so you're going to get 1 of 4, and I'm happy to be anywhere on there.
Yeah. So New Zealand drivers and Dutch drivers are the drivers who tend to come over and be guest racers. So how do you get the opportunity to come over to race?
To be fair, Guy Parker just gave me a message and said, why are you here for the F1s? Do you want to do the V8s? And I said, oh, if there's a spot. And then he's like, yep, there's going to be spots available, but you just got to put your name down. And
okay.
As I've obviously meant to come over 3 years ago, I've been to be coming every year over COVID.
Right, okay.
All that's caused grief, so I think it was just to make the trip worthwhile, I think.
Right, and how many times have you been over to race?
That's my first time.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, right, okay, I didn't realise that. I thought you'd been over before.
I've been over with my dad back, where did he last run? Tarmac in Northampton when it was in.
Oh, wow, that's a while ago then.
He got knocked out. He's in the car that I'm in now.
Oh, is it?
Same car,
right.
yeah.
So whose car are you in?
And Dave Polly's at the moment.
Oh, what? The
V8? No, that's, Mark Paul's.
Oh, Mark Paul's car,
yeah.
Right, okay. And his son Dan's racing.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So who do you fancy, other than yourself, to win?
Oh, hey, anyone in this grid's got a good chance. Definitely young Mitch from New Zealand, he's going to be a good battler. I think he's got the pace on him and he's confident in the car. He's done a few laps. So
has he?
Yeah.
Right, okay.
So definitely there.
Right, okay. So we might have a New Zealand name on the trophy. If you did win, would you be willing to come back and race again?
Oh, of course.
During the year?
Yeah, of course. You just make it work, you know. It's one of those things, if you did win this, it'd be probably one of the very few times it would happen, and then you'd have to make the most of that opportunity and come pop over and do a couple of shows. And
yeah.
Not that it's a pop over, it's a 30-hour flight, but
yeah,
you'd make
hours.
it work.
Wow, that's a bit of a trek, isn't it? Wow. Okay, so good luck.
No,
and good luck in the F1s as well.
Yeah, thank you.
We'll see you on track shortly.
Yeah. Cheers, thank
Brilliant.
you.
We're with Cami Durrell, who is on the second row inside. She's scored really well over the season to get high up on the grid, highest lady on the grid. She is a former mini stock driver and is it the midgets?
Yes,
as
the Grand
well?
Prix midgets.
Grand Prix midgets as well. So this is your third world final.
My third world final, yeah.
So the previous 2 that you raced, what was it on, shale or tarmac?
So the first one was shale at Bradford, and then last year was at Buxton. So I thought I was in for like a really good chance of that, and loved Buxton. And then we went out for practice, and we just couldn't get the car to how we wanted it to go, and we're like, oh God, now what do we do? And the day just didn't go right.
Really?
It was just one of those, and it just wasn't my day. So
maybe your time's to shine today.
Hopefully, yeah.
And whereabouts were you on the grid last year? Can you remember?
Third row.
Oh,
third
yeah.
outside,
Right,
yeah.
okay.
So each year I've moved forward, which is really good.
Yeah. So next year front row.
Hopefully, yeah.
We've never had a lady on the winners' trophy. So between you and the other ladies, if it wasn't you to win, who else do you think might have a good chance?
Ooh. Hannah was flying the other day at Bradford. She did really well. Emma's just come out and she's done well from the start.
Yeah. I don't know if has Emma raced anything before, do you think?
Emma raced F2s.
Right,
yeah.
okay, so she's got a bit of experience there, hasn't she? So this is going to be a brand new name on the trophy, so no one's ever who's raced today has been on the trophy. So other than the ladies, which of the men might think it might be?
None of them. I don't know. If I had to choose, I'd probably say Thomas.
Brighton.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's been...
And to be fair, because I didn't win the British, I'm glad that it went to him. If it was to anyone, I was really, really pleased for him.
Yeah.
So if I didn't win it, I'd like to say Thomas.
Thomas Brighton. Good call. Okay, thank you for your time.
Thank you so much.
We are here with Bex Barr, NZ34. She has come over especially to race the F1s and the V8s World Finals. The F1's being next week. So how's your time been in England?
Yeah, it's been good. Spent quite a bit of time working on the cars and sort of getting around, seeing a few sites here and there, so it's been good.
So you're borrowing James's Billow's car,
yeah,
which is all for sale if anyone would like to buy it. So but I was speaking to you on Sunday at Sheffield, and you were saying you were struggling with the car a little bit because of the pedals, and you were going to make some changes. Have you managed to make those changes?
Yeah, we ended up picking the car up from James's on Monday night, so I spent all week working on it, change of pedals, change of seat to suit me, and just giving it a good general check over. So yeah, should be good to go now.
But you were hoping to go to Kings Lynn yesterday to have a practice, but has that not happened?
No, that was just meant to be for the F1s.
Oh right,
yeah,
okay.
Yeah, so
I see.
Yeah, that's next week now.
So going around Mildenhall in the V8, how it's set up now will be your first chance, won't it?
Yeah, so I guess we're quite lucky we get the I think 3 or 4 laps of time trials. So.
Yeah, because the V8s were supposed to race here earlier on the year, but unfortunately we got withdrawn from the meeting because they had too many formulas on. So you are going to have an advantage because most of the drivers on this grid have never driven a V8 around Mildenhall.
Yeah.
So I think that you've got an advantage there.
I'm sure they'll be right. They've done plenty of laps in their cars. They will adapt pretty fast. So.
Yeah. So who is do you know many of the other drivers who are on the grid?
Yeah, I know a few drivers. Obviously, John Brown used his car last time I was here.
Did you? Yeah.
So, yeah. Been very good friends with them since we did that, and he's been over racing my way and finally got back over here. So yeah.
So this is just your second time here?
Yeah, second time, yeah.
Okay. So of the drivers who are on the grid now, who do you think might win, other than yourself?
I don't know. I guess it's just anyone's title really to win. Yeah, it might be someone from the back of the pack, never know.
Yeah. So the highest overseas entrant, the highest finish that they've ever got was second in 2019, and that was Yeli Tesla, who was racing today as well. So he could give you some competition.
Yeah, I'm sure Asher and Mitch like to put in a bit of bumper, so I'd probably be watching out for them.
Yeah, I think Yeli does as well, so I think we could have a good meeting.
Yeah, so yeah, I reckon it'll be a good race, and yeah, best person will win on the day.
Brilliant. Thank you for talking to us.
No problem.
Thank you. So we're with James Billows, who is a current licensed V8 driver. You've not done many meetings this year?
No, I didn't get my engine back till end of May, and I've just been struggling with work and one thing and another. I managed to get out in July, but we're not having a good run.
So, and now it's for sale?
Yeah, it's up for sale. If someone comes for the right price. I don't really want to sell it, but need must sometimes.
Is that you leaving the formula?
No, I'm not leaving. If I do sell it, just be a break. I'll be back.
We need you. You're good for the formula. You're good entertainment.
Someone's got to do it. It's an hard job. Someone's got to do it.
Brilliant. So, had you qualified for the?
I haven't. No, I blew my engine up. Buxton World Final. It took me a while to get it down to engine building, and I knew it was going to be a quiet year this year anyway.
Right.
I was over in New Zealand in January. I'm back for on about coming. I just told her, if you come in, you can race my car.
Right.
About time we'd have a decent pilot in the car. So she took the offer and she did all right at Sheffield.
Yeah, she did not too bad.
No.
She said she's made some changes to it though.
Oh, hopefully they'll be better.
She might have done some changes that might make your look,
I bloody hope so.
You might not want to sell it.
No. I'll find out after today.
So how many world finals have you actually been in?
I've been in 2. I did Skegness in 19, then I did Buxton last year. I think I did a lap between both of them.
Skegness was absolutely atrocious. It was so wet, wasn't it?
Yeah, it were. You set off, you couldn't see where you're going. I hit a parked car down back straight, and rest at field hit me when I was stood still, so that was the end of that meeting.
Yeah, it's so unpredictable though, isn't it, for a world final, I think, and it's the closed grid and everybody's wanting to win.
Yeah.
So who, other than Bex, who's in your car, who's your favourite to win?
I want to see Guy win it.
Yeah.
He's been thereabout, but
14 world finals he's competed in.
Yeah, about time. Either him or Brian Andrews.
Oh yeah, Brian.
But I think Guy's in for a shot. It's Jelly or one at Kiwis behind him, because Mitch and Asher, they're like two of the best drivers in New Zealand.
Yeah.
Because they've been 1 and 3 together.
Right.
Bex is no slug, but I think Mitch is a dark horse as well. He's the way we're going around Bradford.
Yeah,
he should be in it front.
Yeah, I was told he was going really, really well.
He was really fast. He was good. Won his 8th second in final. He's been in country a week, so it can't be that bad.
No, not at all. But Mildenhall, I think, is a totally different track to Bradford and our other tracks.
Every other, I don't think the race out smaller than small over there.
No.
I think they're smaller track, it's similar size to Sheffield, so that saves something.
Yeah.
So it'll be a little boring for them.
Yeah. So we'll see how they get on today then.
Yeah, I hope it's a bloody good race.
I'm sure it's going to be.
First world final in a long time. proper open, whoever's going to win it.
Yeah.
I just hope it's a good one.
Yeah, I think it's a more of a level playing field this year, and that's really good to see.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
You got one or two favourable this year. You could put a finger on any of them.
I don't think you can either.
No.
So it's going to be an interesting race.
Well, I've decided after the first bend who's going to win it.
Yeah, then you'll put your money on it.
Yeah, I'm glad I didn't bar it out that way. It'd be a good one to watch, never mind to be in.
Brilliant. Thank you for speaking to us, James.
No problem.
Thank you. We're with Will Cheatham 182, who is on row 11 of the grid. You've outscored your brother,
Yeah,
but this is your first World Final.
it is, yeah.
How are you feeling?
Looking forward to it. I am nerves haven't kicked in yet, but should be good. Good fun.
Yeah. So, is shale or tarmac your favourite to race on?
I've probably had better results on tarmac, but I had a lot of fun last weekend at Bradford, and last season I had good fun on shale, so I'd probably say shale's more fun, yeah.
So before you started racing V8s, did you race anything else?
No, nothing at all. I've just watched my dad, and my granddad used to do it, and then when my dad was too old, he gave the car to me, so.
I'm sure he'll thank you for that. So you are one of the quite a few drivers in the V8s who have never raced any other formula at all. So to get on the World Final grid is quite an achievement ahead of some drivers who've been doing it for years.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, I think I've done most of the qualifiers, so I would have been disappointed if I wasn't on it. But
you and your family are quite dedicated to the sport. You know, you do as many.
We do every meeting we can, every meeting we can. I think the rest of the season we're not going to do the Eastbourne, the one on a Wednesday, and then we'll do everything else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, other than yourself or your brother, who do you think might win?
I think Jelly could be with a chance if he qualifies on the third row. I think he can put him in anything. He can always drive it.
Yeah.
There's a few guys that have had a lot of World Finals. They might win it.
Yeah.
It could be one of the young lads. We don't know.
Yeah.
Be a good one though, I'm sure.
Yeah. My favourite is either John Brown, because he's got the experience, and Guy Jolly.
Yeah.
But the person who I really want to win is Brian Andrew.
Yeah, he deserves it, doesn't he?
He really does.
Done it for long enough.
Yeah, he's done it for long enough.
He's had a second before, hasn't he? So.
He's had 2 seconds, and this is like his 30th World Final. So
good luck, Brian.
I'd like to put you on that trophy. All right, thank you for talking to us.
No worries, cheers.
With George Riley, number 17. What row are you on, George?
12.
12.
12, yeah.
So how many meetings have you done this year?
Just one.
Just the one, and scored enough points to get on the World Final?
Just the one at Skegness the other week.
Yeah, that's brilliant.
To get enough points, so.
But you also were supposed to be racing Buxton, and you had an engine problem, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, so which is why you've managed to make it. So this is your second World Final.
Yeah, second. Yeah. First one was at Buxton in 2017.
Right.
So, yeah, this is second.
So you've not really raced full seasons.
I raced 2017, 2018, and then a few years out.
Yeah.
And then just did a meeting last year, and then just going to do a few this year.
Yeah.
See what happens.
Is this the car that Andy Maynard's been racing?
Andy's lent me the car to just do a few meetings with, and managed to get into the World Final. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've got a few more planned for the rest of the year.
And had Andy qualified as well?
No.
Oh, hadn't he?
No.
Oh, I'm really surprised about that, because he did quite a few.
Yeah, the meetings he'd raced hadn't been qualified, so.
Okay, that's interesting.
Yeah.
So how long have you been racing V8s?
I did a couple of seasons, had a few seasons out, and then I did one meeting last year, so only a couple really.
Right.
3, 4.
And do you favour shale or tarmac?
I do prefer shale, but I don't seem to have much luck on it, so.
But the luck might be in today.
Maybe. I've never raced here, so it'll be interesting.
No, well, you're not the only one. So
No.
there's a lot of the drivers who haven't raced it. Obviously, our meeting earlier on the year got cancelled. So it is quite wide open, really, over who could win.
Yeah, I mean, obviously it's guaranteed to have a new winner, so we'll see what happens.
Yeah, definitely.
But I think it'll be quite a surprise, to be fair.
Yeah. I don't think it's going to go to one of the front row.
You never know, do you, on a shale track? It's so small, anything can happen.
Yeah.
You never know. You just don't know.
So who would be your favourite to win, other than yourself?
Obviously, I'd like to see John win it. The amount of times he's been close and how much time he puts in and stuff. But if he doesn't win it, I don't know.
Yeah.
It could be anybody.
Yeah, it could be.
Could be anyone. I wouldn't be surprised if it is a shock winner or. But
and overseas.
I think
we've got some hard-hitting overseas drivers here.
Some of them overseas were fast last week at Bradford.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Be interesting to see.
Yeah.
And it's going to stay nice and dry.
Yeah.
Which is always a bonus.
Yeah. Hopefully it'll be a good night.
Yeah, lovely. Thanks for talking to us.
No worries.
The soon-to-be Emma Brown, currently Miss Emma Ford, 130, who is the furthest back lady on the grid, but not to be written off because she has had a storming year. She has come into the V8s at the start of the year and you've just absolutely flown. So you're a current...
Red top at the minute. I want to be white. Can I go back?
No, you can't. So you're using one of John's cars?
At the minute, we're using one of Wes Goodwin's cars that was in our shed because John won't let me use his tarmac car. So it's actually Emily Goodwin's car that they've kind of lent us for the World Final, and I used it at Bradford last week. So it was Cull Radford's old car, I believe.
Oh, right, okay. But you did really well in it last week.
We thought it was closer than expected. It did take us all week until midnight every night getting ready. But we fixed some teething problems from Bradford, so fingers crossed. I just want to finish, don't mind where.
Yeah, I think sometimes it's not about the winning, it's about taking part, isn't it?
I think the first season and everything like that, and it was just going to be a play at Skegness, and it turned into a bit more.
Yeah,
so
and
it was nice just to be part of it.
It has, and you've been in the thick of it all the season. You know, you've been a contender. You've not come in just to have a play around, really.
Yeah.
You know.
No, I'm enjoying it. No, it is good.
Yeah, it is, and it's a great formula to be part of, I think. So this isn't your first formula that you've been in, though, is it?
No, I did Formula 2s for a couple of seasons, so stopped to that due to it's expensive.
Yeah.
So just decided with John having the spare car, just come and have a play.
Yeah.
So.
And you're getting married at the end of the year, so you've just said to me that you might have to let him win, otherwise the wedding might not happen.
Yeah, I think he'd cry if I beat him. Especially when he's been trying for so long, bless him.
Yeah, so he has. This is his 8th, isn't
it?
Wow. Yeah, this is his 8th go at it. And he's come really close before, hasn't he?
Yeah.
So.
We're hoping it's lucky this year. Everything else seems to be going well, so fingers crossed.
Yeah, it could be. So other than John, who obviously would be your favourite other than yourself to win, who do you think?
I think would be a nice one to win. I feel like he does a lot for the sport all the time, and I think he's in a good row and he goes well here. So but anybody would be good to win it, sort of thing. It'd be nice to see a lady win it as well.
It would
but
be amazing.
We'll see.
Yeah. So what about the overseas drivers? What are your thoughts on those?
They're quick. Can they go on? No, I really like Bex, and it'd be really nice to see her do well as well. But we know Yellie's fast.
Yeah.
We know that from the Skegness one. So
yeah.
I think anybody can win, whoever it is, and it's chaos round Mills and all, isn't it? There's going to probably be a restart, and it's normally just survival for the first couple of laps.
We don't also know whether the track's going to dry out quickly, so it's quite an unknown quantity today, really, isn't it? Yeah, I think it's quite difficult to prepare for it, considering nobody's ever been around it this year.
No, nobody's been here, have they? And I think like Thomas Pratton's never even raced here before, so
no. I don't know if he said he'd raced. He might have raced his stocks car. So Evan's never raced it, and neither. I don't think the Cheathams have either.
I've never raced it in a V8. Last time in an F2 was about 3 years ago.
Oh wow! So have you qualified in the F2s for a world final?
No, that was close. I think I was about 2 cars off. So I've never been in a world final for that either. World of Shale, but never world final. So this is actually my first world final
ever. So brilliant.
Yeah.
So going from the back. You can't write anybody off, I don't think. So
I like where I am. I'm happy with where I am. There's 2 qualifying meetings that were just supposed to be just luck and get to row 13. Row 13's my lucky number anyway, so we'll see.
We could see you on the trophy today then, couldn't we?
Well, maybe.
Lovely.
Thank you.
All right, thank you, Emma.
See you later.
Talking now to Ian Lewis Jr., not to be confused with his dad, Ian Lewis, who I was texting by mistake last night.
Very good friends, apparently.
Apparently. And I did wonder why he was giving me the answers about how many world finals he'd been in. And it turns out not. So this is your second world final?
Yeah, I qualified last year, didn't go too well, spun out a few laps in and then just couldn't get the car going again. So hopefully this year's a bit better luck.
And are you preferring the shale or the tarmac?
In my head I prefer shale, but it seems the more I race in it, the more overconfident I get and the worse I get.
Right.
Because it seems when I'm new on a track I go really, really fast. Then over time I go slower and slower because I think I just get overconfident.
Right.
But like when I raced in minis for V8s, and in minis especially I preferred shale a lot more. When I first came into V8s I preferred shale as well, but tarmac's where I'm getting my points this year compared to shale, which is weird for me.
Yeah, so you're one of a few drivers who've moved up from the minis. I think it's quite a good formula to move into, isn't it?
Yeah, the minis, it gives you that experience that you need before you come into an adult formula, because in minis it's not as aggressive, it's not as...
I beg to differ sometimes.
Yeah, it depends who you're with.
Yeah.
But the mini, it's just a good way to get your head in the right space before you come into an adult formula.
Yeah.
It's especially the crowd you get with like the BriSCA lot, with the BriSCA mini stocks, and come into another BriSCA formula. It keeps that crowd as well, and it just keeps that like family feel around.
Yeah, I think that's a good thing. It is quite a family orientated formula, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know, like your sister is married to Guy Jolly.
Yeah.
Yeah. So will you be aiming to take him out of the group?
No. He probably deserves it a lot more than I do. He's been racing for Living long time.
Yeah, this is his 15th.
Yeah.
The highest he's scored was 5th. That's the highest position that he's come.
It's definitely his best chance this year because Mildenhall was the only place he won races last year. And he dominated here last year.
Oh, right, okay.
Theoretically, he should do well. So
he should, because
no pressure.
Yeah, it's his local track. He's raced more down. Have you even driven the V8 round here?
No, never been here before V8.
Right, okay.
Been here once in a Mini. About 4 years ago.
Right, and how long is it actually taking you to get here today?
Well, we left about 3:30 in the morning, which took about 4-5 hours to get to Easton, and then another hour to here. So good 5-6 hours of travelling.
Wow. So it's dedication.
Quite good, yeah.
I mean, not like the New Zealand guys who were 30 hours, but you know, you've done it's quite dedication. And you don't race all the meetings, do you? But you do as many as you can.
Hopefully next year we're hoping to hit the ground running a bit more on tarmac because the car racing now isn't going to be coming out again for another year or two because it's just falling apart.
Right.
But hopefully in a year or two time we'll have 2 cars. We'll do
dual surface, two surfaces.
2 surfaces
rather than just one.
So next year probably more of a tarmac focus because we have Kathryn Harris's old V8.
Oh dear.
Which is a whole tarmac car. And hopefully we can get that all set up and all super good on tarmac and then get this one that we have, the one we're racing now, all set up for shale during the course of next year.
So have you raced that Kathryn's old car?
No, we've not even touched it yet.
Oh really?
Because we're just getting this out the way and then this car can just go sit in a shed for a year and then get focused on Kathryn's one.
Right, okay. So will you use you use this as a dual surface, don't you?
Yes.
So will you use Kathryn's as a dual surface as well?
Probably, but it will be more orientated towards tarmac.
Right, okay. And she did quite well in it, didn't she? Yeah.
Very well.
So hopefully it'll run
If I can do anything like she did, I'll be happy.
Yeah. So your favourite to win is Guy?
Guy, very much so.
Yeah, yeah. Any others other than Guy?
Other than Guy would either be Stephen Young or Thomas Brighton, because you know, starting on the front row, and this year they have gone flying.
Yeah.
Especially Brighton on shale, he has flown this year.
Even on tarmac though, on the British.
Yeah, winning the Whites and Yellows and the British in his second year is impressive.
Yeah,
like that
really.
is nothing to snuff at.
He's our youngest driver as
Yeah,
well.
Exactly.
It's incredible, isn't it?
Very much an achievement.
Yeah, he's definitely one to watch. So yeah, thank you for your time.
You're very welcome.
Okay. Here with Dan Paul, number 296. 276 is your dad. Right, okay.
Yep.
He's 5th row outside on the grid, but you've had a problem with your car during scrutineering?
Yeah, before scrutineering I just went and tested my brakes and I had no front brakes whatsoever. It was all right last week and all of a sudden it started not working. We've changed caliper and master cylinder and it's still not quite as hard as I want it. But
who's in front of you? Oh, my son.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah. Hope he's got good brakes.
Let's hope. So this is your 3rd year in V8s, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Have you raced anything before?
I had a little go in a 1300.
Oh, right,
okay. I did 2 meetings and
that
was it really.
So did you come into V8s because your dad raced V8s or?
No, Dad's always been in F1s.
Oh, has he?
Yeah.
Right, okay.
Dad's raced F1 since 2001.
Right.
I always been round racing.
Right.
I used to go with him every weekend and stuff, but he asked me when I was 10 whether I wanted to do with minis, and I said no because I was 10 years old and I was interested in playing in myself. That was it really, and I was great, but Dad didn't start racing until he was 26 either, so, and he's done all right.
So this is your first proper formula, really?
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is your first wheel final?
No, this is my third.
Third wheel final. And what were the other ones? Were they on shale or tarmac?
I did Bradford and then Buxton.
Okay, right. And how did you fare
I
there?
got 9th at Buxton.
Right.
At Bradford and 10th at Buxton. So finished both, which
yeah.
was all I wanted to do at the time. But
and in the points?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so but I'm hoping for a little bit more this time, hopefully.
And you're further up the grid this time as well?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was on 8th row last time, I think, somewhere like that.
You might have a New Zealand driver behind you though.
I will do,
yeah. Or a Dutch driver, I think it'll be New Zealand.
Be interesting, really.
Yeah, when they've done the time trials. Yeah. Who would be your favourite out of the overseas drivers to win?
Oh, you've got to say Jelly.
Yeah.
Just because of experience, and I've watched him in F1 and in F2, and he'll get in anything.
Yeah.
And drive the wheels.
Can pedal it around, can't
he? Obviously, he's got to be up there, but it's up for someone else to stop him.
Yeah.
To be honest. So.
Yeah. Yeah. But other than yourself, out of the British drivers, who do you think might be?
I can say who would like to win. I'm not sure who would.
Go on, who would you like to win?
Either Guy
or
John Brown. I think both of them deserve a major.
You're not on your own there. A lot of people are saying that.
And both top blokes and fair drivers. So but either really. I mean, Tom Bratton's been sensational this year.
Yeah, he has. Yeah, he's had a bit of bad luck with his car, like at Buxton, didn't he? But when he needs to pull it out of the bag, he pulls it out of the bag,
both your sons, I mean, both had great years.
Yeah.
You say anyone's can't even predict who's going to be, so.
But to say that you didn't race anything before you raced V8s and you're now 5th row on the World Final, I think that's really quite an achievement.
Getting used to it now, yeah.
Yeah, it's good for me to be in there.
Yeah, it's taken a few years, we're getting there now.
Yeah.
The car and me are getting better.
Yeah,
so.
and are you just a single surface, a dual surface car?
Yeah.
Right,
we have got another one that I brought before that.
Right.
But just over the sign written up and everything, just still need some parts for it. But every time we go, right, we'll finish it, and then the season starts and it just gets left.
So do you have to make many changes between shale and tarmac?
I don't do really. It's only just your cross weights and your ride outs really.
Right.
No, I don't really change a lot to be honest. And I just blank off my outside front brake.
Right.
Just help it turn in.
Or no brakes at all today?
Or nothing at all today.
Well, let's see what happens. Thank you for talking to us.
You're welcome.
Cheers. Here with 525 Amy Jagger, whose dad has also raced the V8s as well. Is that how you got into V8s?
No, it was a bit of a long story really, because my granddad raced in the 80s, my dad raced in the 90s and then in the early 90s. And obviously, growing up round racing and everything, you see all the kids doing the mini stocks and stuff. I was like, I want to do that. And that was at like 10 when you could actually do it at 10. And I kept wimping out. And I saw somebody break their arm at Skegness once. Right. So I was like, nope, not doing it. And then I saw the V8s and I was like, I really want to race a V8. So my dad just decided, it's like, it's not happening, you're not going straight out in a V8, you need some track sense first. So I did about 18 months in a Mini and then...
All right, what, an ORC or a BriSCA?
No, in a BriSCA.
A BriSCA Mini, yeah.
Yeah, from 2011 to 2012 and then straight up into V8s from there.
It's I think the Minis can be quite brutal though.
Yeah, they're a lot worse than what they were when we were younger.
Yeah.
I mean, I watch them now and I'm just like, what?
Some of the speeds that they're pulling out.
They are really good little drivers now. And you know, if we would have never been able to compete with them because we were on a really low budget at the time.
There's quite a lot of money in them now as well. In fact, I would probably say there's more money in a Mini than there is in a V8.
I'd say the same, because some of the things that you see, like some of the vehicles that you see people showing up in and what have you, and there's like 6 Minis on the back of it.
How? It's unbelievable.
It's mad.
But I think that being in Minis, that gives you a good grounding to move into the V8s. And I think that you can see the drivers who've been in Minis and, you know, being further up the grid. And we've got a really good mix this year, you know. The drivers who've never raced in anything that are still fairly up there.
Yeah, definitely.
You know?
I mean, you've got likes of Evan and Gillen coming up and
Thomas
Brighton. And Thomas, and you know, there is so much talent in the younger drivers these days. It's really good to see, and I think it's doing the V8s good. I think so much young talent coming in, and because we've got a good future.
Definitely. It's a good place to be at the moment, isn't it? So, who would be your favourite overseas driver to win?
I'm just going to do it for the girls. I think Bex. I'd love Bex to win it. You know, we had a bit of a chat at Sheffield, and she's raring to go.
She is.
She's a good, hard hitting driver, and I think she'll do well.
And you're behind her, the foreign drivers as well, so you could be directly behind her, so just follow her. So other than the overseas drivers, who would you like to win? Other than yourself?
No, personally I'd like Guy to win. You know, he's
getting a lot of love.
He is. It's one of his favourite tracks. It's a track close to him, you know, in many different ways. He's about 40 minutes away, and he always did well here. I think he got 3rd in the European a few years ago, and he's always done well here. And I think he's coming into his 14th season now, and I just really like him.
This is his 15th World Final.
Jesus. He's getting on a bit now though, isn't he? You know, I'd like him to bring something. You know, I think it's time that he gets a major.
Definitely.
He works hard, and
he's good for the sport as well.
I think he's an underdog.
I
really do.
I do, but I think he's one to watch.
Definitely.
A lot of people are saying the same. So thank you for your time, Amy. Good luck.
Thanks.
We're now talking to Joe Cheetham, who is right at the back of the grid, bringing up the rear. But scored enough points to get on the grid this year. So this is your first World Final.
First World Final, squeezed on the grid.
How are you feeling?
All right, going to watch it all go off. All being well, and just sneak up there.
Just sneak round on the inside while it's all kicking off. So what were you favouring this year, shale or tarmac?
Probably tarmac. I haven't really done enough shale.
Right,
so
okay.
Probably tarmac,
So you're another driver like your brother who's not raced a formula before, aren't you? So
fresh.
Fresh meat. So what made you want to race V8s?
My dad raced for a bit.
Yeah.
My granddad raced in the 70s and 80s, and I've followed it since I was a kid, so
right.
thought it was right to have a go.
So you didn't fancy racing a Mini?
Didn't have the opportunity.
No. Would you have done it?
Definitely.
Definitely. So are you enjoying the V8s?
Yeah, it's brilliant, yeah. It's a proper bug.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, you kind of get hooked, don't you? The racing bug.
Definitely.
And it's a great formula to be in.
Yeah,
got some good people.
Nice people. Good,
yeah.
It's a good community.
It is.
Everyone helps each other in it.
Yeah, it is.
Works. It's good.
Yeah, well, like we were at Sheffield last week and there was Amy's car needed some welding, so they came over and we did some welding. Then we had somebody else's coming over that needed something else doing. Everyone mucks in, don't they? It's a good place to be. So, got 5 ladies on the grid. Who would be your favourite to win of the ladies? Who do you think's got a chance? Amy. Yeah, she's been doing it a while.
Yeah, she's got a bit of experience behind her.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Who overall would you think? Who would you like to win, and who do you think's going to win?
Who do I want to win? Obviously myself.
Pardon?
Myself or Will, but I don't think that'll happen. I want probably Gillen.
Right. Okay.
Gillen. You think he deserves it?
Ah.
Who do I think's going to win? Brighton.
Dear Thomas Brighton.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's the one that gets away, isn't he?
Yeah, he's quick, he's on it.
He is, yeah, definitely. Good. So which is been your favourite track to race on so far?
Buxton in the wet.
Buxton, yeah, you did really well at Buxton in the wet, didn't you?
Yeah. I think I got a 3rd, 4th and something.
Yeah, you did.
7th, so.
Yeah, you were I think you were in the top 10 in every race, weren't you?
Yeah, that was good.
But the next day when it dried up?
No. I was a bit hungover as well, so I didn't know.
No, the next day was a different kettle of fish, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was fast.
So I think you found your thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, wet tracks, so brilliant.
Yeah, good.
Okay, thank you for talking to us.
One. Cheers.
We're with Stephen Young, who has pole today in the V8 Hotstock World Final. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling all right at the moment, not too nervous. It's a bit of a weird time, car's in part for me, so it's just a bit of a relax at the moment, so we'll see how we go.
Got quite a while until about 3 hours.
I know, I might go for the sleep now.
Yeah. No press ups or anything like that.
No, none of them.
And which colour overalls have you chosen to wear today, Stephen?
I've just gone for my black shale ones.
Your black shale ones.
So hopefully they'll bring me a bit of luck today.
Do they? And have they before?
They have done, so you never know.
No. So this is your 5th World Final.
Yes.
This is the first time on pole.
First time on pole, yeah.
Is it the 5th or the 6th?
Well, I can't remember.
I think it might be the 6th. The 6th one, but it's your first time on pole.
Yes.
So what's the highest finish you've ever had in a World Final?
Oh, I think it might have been, I think I was 5th at Bradford 2 years ago.
2 years ago, yeah.
That was my highest up to now.
And your highest position on the grid has been?
Second row inside.
At Buxton. So how many years have you been racing V8s now?
I think this will be my 9th season now, so I've had a few years into getting feet into it and whatnot.
And you're just out of the age group for the under 25s now.
Yes, I just finished it this year, so I'm an old bugger now.
Yeah. You don't qualify for that next year.
No. Over 25s I think next.
Yeah, we'll start a new championship for you. So would you say tarmac or shale is your favourite track?
I would say tarmac.
Right.
I have been enjoying my shale this year a lot more. Set the car up a lot differently.
So do you have one car for 2 surfaces or have you got 2 cars?
2 cars.
Two
tarmac
cars.
Car, shale car.
Right, okay. And have you always done that or did you start doing?
No, we started off with just the 1 car,
Right.
which is my shale car now.
Right.
And then we, when we sort of progressed, we got a tarmac car, and then hopefully that took us to the next step, which it has done at the moment.
Yeah. So your brother is further down the grid. He is quite about 12 throws, something like that.
Yeah, he's quite a bit back.
Yeah, he's quite further back, but he doesn't race as much as you.
No,
he's got family commitments.
Yeah, he only does every now and again when he can.
Yeah.
Like I say, family.
But he's still qualified.
Yeah, he's still qualified.
Yeah.
He's done his stints and whatnot. But yeah, he only does it as and when, just a bit of.
So did you come out of the minis? Have you?
I did. I
yeah.
used to race minis.
Yeah.
I can't remember how old. I finished when I was 15. I took a year out, and then we was like, what do we do next? Where do we go? And then we saw V8s, and we went and that's why we are now.
I think it's a good formula to move into from the minis.
It is.
And we do seem to have a lot of drivers that have come from mini stocks.
Yeah, definitely. There's a lot of people coming into our minis, either whether they progress into Formula 1, so that's up to them.
And it's a good formula because it's not like as full on as the let's say the F2s. So we only have like about 24 meetings a year.
Yeah, that's right. You know, we have a few meetings, we have a few weekends off, which is nice because it's not as stressful then. It's not a job as such.
Yeah, that's right.
Racing every weekend.
Because it is a hobby at the end of the day, isn't it?
is a hobby for everyone. We all want to go out there and have fun, but you don't want to be, you know, too committed up every weekend trying to get the car to a track somewhere.
No, and it is. I mean, it does take a lot of work, doesn't it? It's every night in the garage, isn't it?
Every night. You know, even if we a Saturday, just quick finish that off and put it in the truck and away we go.
Yeah. And you've got very supportive parents. Your dad is the chairman.
He is,
and your mum is the secretary.
Yeah, I know, yeah. So he's like, we're full on at the moment this year.
Very much so. I bet that all the conversations around your dinner table about
V8s. It's like, oh, can we just have a night off now?
And you even raced back from your brother's wedding to race at Skegness, didn't you?
My sister's wedding.
Oh, your sister's wedding,
my sister's wedding earlier this year. She got married on the Sunday, and it was the Skegness weekend. So we came back Monday morning, got the truck, and then went to Skegness.
That's commitment, isn't it? So, other than yourself, because you are in pole, you know, who do you think might be your biggest competition?
Looking at the grid, I think there's a lot up front that are, you know, you got Thomas Brighton, you got both Bullocks. They at the moment, I think it's just open at the moment. I don't think you can pick who is going to be a big rival. It's just whoever's going to be there or thereabouts towards the end, he's going to be a rival, really.
Even down the grid, we've still got like people who...
Well, you've got all people that have a lot more experience.
John Brown.
Yeah. You know, they've not done the meetings, but they can still come through the back. You got Brian.
That's right.
He's
Brian.
been doing it over many years.
Yeah.
And he can, you know, he knows these tracks.
He was on the podium at Buxton the other week, wasn't he?
He was. So he's still got it in him.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Still, he could be, you know.
So this year can be anybody.
What did he say to me yesterday? He says, "You're never too old to go for gold."
You're definitely not. I think they still got that motto on it.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Lovely. Okay, thank you for talking to us, Stephen. Good luck.
Thank you very much. Hopefully you never know, do you?
Yeah, we'll be talking to you later.
Yeah.
We're with NZ
26.
26. I had him down as NZ3, no idea why, but he's 26. From whereabouts are you from in New Zealand?
From Taranaki, New Zealand.
Is that North Island, South Island?
North Island, on the west coast.
Lovely. And how long did it take you to get here?
It's roughly 30 hours, 26 hours flying, so it's a wee haul.
Yeah, just a bit. And so whose car are you racing today?
Today I'm in Matt Barnard's car, his Shale car.
He actually qualified, didn't he? I think he did.
Sure. I think he
did, but he's let you have his car.
Yeah, I think he's predominantly been racing tarmac this year. He's way with work and that and
he's
whatnot.
got quite a lot of work commitments, hasn't he?
Really stoked to get off of that car. It's been a good car.
Yeah. So what do you race shale and tarmac in New Zealand?
No, in New Zealand there's no tarmac.
Oh, is there
not? We race on clay, so it's actually different again than the shale. Racing at home is very different to here, though a little bit more similar to V8s than the F1s, because our back wheels are closed in, like the V8s. But yeah, full clay tracks at home.
Right. So shale, you would really prefer shale over tarmac though, wouldn't you?
For sure, the tarmac's a real challenge for us Kiwis. Coming out last year and raced F1s and the world final at Ipswich.
Yeah.
The wet tarmac, there's a big challenge.
Yeah.
I practiced at Skegness and thought it was okay, but when it rained, and they're so hard to drive.
Yeah.
And the cars are so different, just the seating position and the racing style.
Yeah.
That on top of the tarmac, it's a lot to learn in a short amount of time. You know, we only really come here and get a couple of races, so a lot to take in.
So you are staying currently with the Sorders, looking after you?
Yeah, I've kind of been going between everywhere, to be honest. I've been stayed with the Durrell family the last couple of nights in Malvern. I've spent a few nights with Sorders. I've been up at Wayman's. We're going back to Wayman's tomorrow and then back to Sorders. So
Are they giving you any tips?
Not really, to be fair.
The Wayman should. Phoebe used to do this as well, didn't she?
Yeah. I haven't spent a lot of time with them, to be honest. Just obviously Bradford and Sheffield.
So and you're racing the F1 World Final next week?
Yeah, I have mixed orders car for the F1 World Final next week.
That'll be a good one.
I haven't driven that yet, so
haven't you?
I'm going to get some practice laps at Kings Lynn on Wednesday, so that should be good.
Yeah, lovely. So do you fancy yourself as the winner today?
I didn't come here to lose. But hey, it's these races. I guess similar to home, it's just chaos and you have to finish doing it. The difference here is that at home we generally don't have a one race kind of championship. Our championships are done over 3 heats and it's overall points. So it's different mentality a little bit.
Well, that's kind of like what our normal championships are at most meetings, so we do that. But this is the one that everyone's been working for all year and last year.
For sure. Ours is the 3 heats points combined, and in New Zealand, people kind of slow down and wait and take you out in that. So that's something that doesn't happen here. It seems to I'd do the first 2 races, and if I wasn't up on points and my mate was looking like he's going to win, and someone else. We can slow down, wait for them, take them out.
Oh, right, okay.
You know, there's a lot more crashing in New Zealand than here.
They don't like that here.
No, I've heard.
But you are having an advantage because you are able to do a few laps of the track. And there's a lot of drivers who have never even been around Mildenhall. Some of them, it's actually their first world final. Never been around Mildenhall, so you're getting actual advantage.
Yeah, well, just an hour or so ago, they were trying to cancel our time trials, which I wasn't happy about. Saying we're going to have an advantage. To me, you know, these guys, they've raced these cars, I think about 12 meetings this year, these drivers in their own car. They've raced this Formula 12 times, they've learned for how many years. You know, we've come from the other side of the world. I've done one night in the car at Bradford. I don't think that's an advantage. I think we're still disadvantaged. You know, they said, oh, we race shale at home. We don't. We race dirt at home. Our cars are just nothing alike this. So
you did absolutely steal the show last week though at Bradford, I believe.
Yeah, I did have a good run at Bradford, but like I say, I've done a lot less laps in these cars than these guys, and after time trials, we're not allowed to adjust our cars or anything like that. I mean, to draw the grids out of a hat, that was a bit of a joke to me. Like, we come here to race, you know.
Yeah. So, who would be your favourite? Do you know any of the other British drivers?
I do a little bit. I haven't followed it really closely, to be honest. So I only know the people who I know, right? So Thomas Bryden, him and his dad helped me out a lot last year.
Right.
Driving the F1, so you know, I know him, and for sure I've had a bit of a look, and everyone's told me who to keep an eye out for. But I don't have too much of an opinion. I do think us Kiwis do have a chance to be on the pace here, and obviously Yali, he's a good driver, and he's in a good car. But anyone who's at the front, they deserve to be there. They're there for a reason, so obviously they're all a threat.
Yeah. Brilliant, thank you for chatting to us.
No worries.
Cheers. We're now with number 10, Kathryn Bullock, who is 4th row outside on the grid. You're racing at the side of your brother, apparently. The most interesting position of the grid today.
Apparently, yeah.
So Kev Stutchbury says. So how are you feeling?
Excited, just another race. Well, yeah, it should be a good meeting, good race. Well, fingers crossed.
So you've actually raced on Mildenhall before, haven't you? And did you have much success?
Yeah, I won my first race off white top here, and I've won off red top here. I've had some bad luck as well, but that's racing.
I think you blew your engine up, did you?
Something like
Something
that.
like that. Yeah. So this is your 3rd world final. You did quite well in the very wet Skegness, didn't you?
Yeah, got up to 5th from the back there.
Yeah.
And had a good meeting following on from that, but yeah.
And so your next one was at Buxton. How did that go?
I did a lap and the diff blew up, so that was a very short race for me.
So we're hoping for a better meeting this year.
See what happens.
Yeah, but you've tried your best and you've put the time in. Who of the female drivers do you think would be one to watch?
Any of them. They're all good. They've all got talent. Amy drove really well last weekend. She can get a good break. She stands a very good chance. Cammy, if she can find her feet on the shale, she'll be decent in a decent spot. But we'll see what happens.
And Hannah won at.
Hannah, yeah, she's drove really well recently, so she's another one to watch. They're all ones to watch. Emma Ford, she drove well for her first time on shale last week.
Yeah.
So they're all ones to watch. They're all good drivers.
Yeah. Good. So other than yourself or your brother, who would you be your favourite to win?
It's anybody's race. It's an open field this year. It's not as close as it has been before. Any one of those drivers on the first 4 or 5 rows, 6 rows could win it.
Yeah.
So it's a good race to watch.
Yeah. So you came from mini stocks into V8s. How are you finding the formula?
Love it. It's an amazing formula. Everyone's friendly. It's good stepping stone into F1s if that's where people want to go, but I'm really enjoying the sport at the moment. It's a very good formula.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So we're here today with Timmy Aldridge, who is 2nd from the back on the grid. How long have you been in V8s now?
4 meetings, 5 meetings.
And it's qualified on the grid. So this isn't your first formula that you've raced though, is it?
No, I did about 5 meetings before in V8s and then started at the back, come 2nd in the world, and then I stopped, and then I've done bangers about 9 years now. And then I did Formula 1s. I was red top in a Formula 1, but like I was too young really to race Formula 1s. Started straight out of minis. I think I should.
Oh, did you?
I should have done something then Formula 1s.
Right.
But yeah, we're back here.
So what made you want to come back into V8s?
Just because it's one car, and with bangers, I've probably got 40 cars at my dad's, and at mine, and then I've got nowhere to put them because my dad don't want them there anymore.
Right.
And that can fit in my shed. So. It's literally
Brilliant,
that.
Yeah. So you've actually from a racing family. You're not the only one of your family that race.
No. Got my little brother, but he's on a BriSCA ban at the minute.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Oh.
His own BriSCA ban.
Oh.
No, that's just Jack. He was meant to come tonight, but he's too busy at work.
Right. Okay. So he raced F2s?
F2s and Formula 1s he's had a go in.
Right, okay.
He had a season or two in Formula 1s.
Yeah, and then we've got Tom Birchenough?
Yeah, in the 1300,
Yeah. So.
Yeah, he's been coming helping a bit. He's coming tonight to help.
Oh, is he? Brilliant, yeah. He was in minis as well, wasn't he?
Yeah, that's it, in minis. Now he's in the third. He just come third in the world final.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, he did really well.
Yeah, he done well. I think now he's just starting to get better and better.
Yeah, I think it was a bit of a loose cannon in the minis.
That's it.
When his head was in the game, it was really good, but he had to have his head in the game. And I think he's maturing, isn't he?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
So I think that's what you need.
Yeah, he's
so there's talk of him coming into V8s as well.
Yeah, he's don't know what to do.
Yeah.
He don't know whether to buy a saloon or a V8.
Yeah.
He's torn.
Try the V8s.
Yeah.
So this is not. Is this your first World Final? No, it's your second V8 World Final. What about your other formulas? Have you been any in their World Finals?
Yeah, I've been in Banger World Finals and quite a few of them.
Right, okay. And have you ever won a World Final?
No, I've led it until 3 to go and got stopped, and we should have won that year with miles in front, but that's Bangers.
Right.
And that's the way it is. I think that's half the reason I've come out of Bangers, because that's what happens. You can be winning a race, and then they sit on a bend and stop you.
Yeah. And it's not really racing, is it?
And now they're coming to a formula where they're not cheap anymore.
Yeah.
The engines are probably as much as a V8. Your tyres are more expensive than a V8. You've got springs, you go shockers. It's real
It's
technical.
not just like it used to be, is it? It's not just a car that you just
banger.
smash the glass out of and put a roll cage in and you're off. It's not like that anymore, is it?
Probably my car probably owed me 12 grand sat on the track.
Wow. Gosh.
So like, that's a big.
Yeah. I didn't realise it had got like that.
Yeah, the engines are 6 grand.
Wow.
That is.
Yeah.
So
V8s is a more cost-effective formula.
Yeah. Much cheaper.
And it's quite a friendly formula as well.
Yeah.
So, who would be your favourite other than yourself coming from the back to win?
Either Thomas or Gav Smith.
Right. Okay. Gav's. Oh, he's just a row in front of you, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah. And who would be your favourite overseas driver to win?
I don't know. I haven't really got a favourite.
No.
None of them. Don't want them to win.
No. Agreed. Right. Okay. Thank you for talking to us, Timmy.
Cheers. Cheers.
Joining me now is Declan Gwynn, the self-titled Gwynner. You are, whereabouts are you on the grid? You are about 11th row?
Yeah, I think so, something like that. 11th, 12th row.
Yeah, on the inside?
Yeah, on the inside.
So how are you feeling about that?
It's all right, isn't it? It's at the back, have a little trundle around, see what happens.
So how many World Finals have you done in the V8?
I think it's 4. I'm not quite sure, I can't really remember that well.
So you came out of National Mini Stocks?
Yes.
Yeah, so more successful in the Minis or more successful in the V8s?
I think I'm rubbish at both, to be fair.
That's not fair, it really isn't.
Reached Reading both and then sort of peaked, and then I'm on my way back down now.
Right. You've missed a few meetings though, haven't you?
Yeah, I've missed a few this year.
Yeah.
Just work and family stuff just gets in the way.
Yeah. So would you like to be further forwards on the grid, or are you happy where you are?
I'm happy where I am, to be fair. I think it's where I deserve to be, the back, out the way.
But all the action could happen at the front and you could just sail straight through?
Well, that's what we're planning for.
Oh, right. That's what you're planning for?
That's what we plan for, so we'll see what happens.
Yeah. So, is tarmac or shale your favourite currently?
It used to be shale, but to be fair, I am really liking the tarmac at the moment.
Okay.
I've just bought a tarmac car.
Oh, have you? So you're going to have two cars?
Just going to have one, I think.
Are you? Right,
just do tarmac for now.
Right, okay.
And then maybe have a shale car the year later.
Right, so what about Mildenhall? How many times have you been around here?
Fair few times. It's probably one of my favourite tracks.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it's a nice little windy track. Short, so I really like it.
Yeah.
We've always done well in the past, so.
Oh, when it's been dry or when it's been wet?
Both, really.
Oh, right, okay.
So.
I think it's going to stay dry today.
Yeah, I hope so. I don't want to get wet again.
No. So, who would you like to, other than yourself, see win?
I mean, there's a fair few drivers that I think deserve it. But me personally, I'd like to see Dan Paul win it.
Oh, right, okay.
I think for not disrespecting him for what tack he's got. I think he's a really good driver.
Yeah,
and I think he'd go really well.
Yeah, he has been doing really well, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's always up there.
Yeah.
He's not necessarily winning everything, but he's always in like the top 10.
Yeah, he's always there or thereabouts, and I think. The top lock crash, I think he'd be sneaking his way through.
And would Cammy be your favourite female to win?
Oh no, it'll have to be Amy. It's got to be Amy Jagger, innit?
Is that because she stood there looking at you?
Yeah, pretty much.
Brilliant. Okay, thank you for talking to us, Nick.
No worries.
Joining me now is former Emmerdale star Gav Smith. He's number 89. This is your first world final for the V8.
Certainly is.
Yeah. How long have you been racing V8s now?
Literally just started this season.
Right. Okay. And what were you in before?
Done mini stocks when I was like obviously a kid.
All right.
And then
BriSCA or ORC?
BriSCA.
Yeah.
And then full time in Bangers.
Oh right. Okay.
Yeah.
So another one from the Bangers. Just been talking to Tim Hayes out at the Bangers as well. So we've got some. Oh, you're quite close to him on the grid as well. We're going to have some bit of banger racing at the back.
That's it, yeah. If we treat it like a DD, I'll be world champion.
Brilliant. So what made you come into V8s?
I'd had a bit of time out from the Bangers, just with business and stuff like that, and it just getting out of hand.
Yeah.
Obviously, I'm really close with Paul Young, Stephen Young, and so on.
Right, okay, didn't know that.
So going round to the garage and stuff like that, seeing them, and it just that itch starts again, doesn't it? And then you think, should I, shouldn't I? Did the parade lap actually, funnily enough, for Matthew last year.
Right, okay.
And then once you sat behind one, it's like, we're
you
having
get the
one.
bug again.
Yeah. And then the week after, obviously I met Kev, and the rest is history.
Oh, so have you got Kev's car? Is this his gold winning car from last year?
No, he won the gold with the tarmac car, which I believe Thomas has got, Thomas Brighton.
Right, yeah.
I've got the shale car, Dirty Diana.
Dirty Diana?
Dirty Diana.
Okay. Is that his name or your name?
His, actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I had to check why she was called that, because I thought...
Are you allowed to say it?
No, we won't go into that bit. I'll keep your secret, Kev.
Yeah, apparently it's coming today.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
I need some help.
So how are you feeling about the position that you've got on the grid?
I'm not really bothered, truthfully. I'm just, when I came into V8s, the dream was just to qualify,
right.
You know, and it was just like, find us feet, treat it as a hobby, keep it enjoyable, so that far back, nothing to lose, and you know. Well,
and is it still enjoyable?
Yeah, still enjoyable. Now I'm getting to grips with it a little bit more, seem to be stressing a little bit more, because I don't really understand it fully with setup and stuff.
Right, yeah.
But again, Kev's just been amazing with me, you know, he's really loads of patience.
I'm going to say, if anyone's going to know how to do it, he's going to know how to do it.
That's it, yeah, I owe him, and his brother, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They've helped me no end. So yeah, the after sales package was as good as the purchase one.
Yeah, not everybody gets that.
No, definitely not.
Sometimes they have to find the feet.
Yeah.
So, good position on the track, all the actions could happen in front, you could sail through.
It's back to the same thing, innit? If you planned for it, it'd never go how you planned, so just sit back and...
Yeah, I think with a world final and a closed grid, I don't think you can plan for it, can
No,
you?
definitely not, not. Just go out there. I mean, let's face it, if you've qualified, you're up there, you've got a chance.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of fast people out there, isn't there? So,
yeah. Who would be your favourite to win?
Well, unfortunately, my favourite in racing is he, because he's retired, so I can't say him, but truthfully, anyone who's qualified for that grid, in my opinion, is worthy of it. So good luck to everybody, as far as I'm concerned.
Brilliant. Lovely, thank you for chatting to us.
No problem
Cheers.
at all.
We're now with Lee Allen, 577, who is 11th row on the grid.
I believe so.
Yeah, on the outside. This is your second world final for the V8s.
It is.
So how are you feeling?
Excited,
yeah?
to be fair, yeah, and nervous.
So was last year your first world final?
It was, yeah.
Yeah, okay, so have you raced anything before?
Rallied, not raced.
Oh, rallied,
yeah,
okay, so tell us a bit about your rallying.
Oh, blimey, started at 16 navigating, had my own car at 21.
Right.
I've rallied Mark II Escorts, Cosworths, and finally Mitsubishi Evo.
Wow.
In the Circuit Rally Championships.
Wow, and were you successful?
Reasonably so, yes. The year packed up, I was second overall in the Circuit Rally Championships, which is a massive thing. So yeah.
So what made you decide to come into V8s?
I had to retire early, shall we say, or change our career direction. So I needed something that was more affordable to do.
Right.
Rallying's just got stupidly expensive, and a set of tyres is 1,500 quid.
Oh wow!
So that's the the difference is astronomical, and I wanted something that was friendly. I was considering F2s, but I was. After meeting all the V8 lot online, I decided that this was the way for me.
Yeah.
And it's proved to be, Yeah, exactly what I wanted.
It's a nice formula, isn't it?
Absolutely, yeah, friendly, everyone's great.
Yeah. And your daughter, she does the social media for us.
She does.
And she's also racing her own Rebel.
Yeah, they're both on now. Ben's got one as well.
Ben's got one
yeah,
too.
they've both got a car. Yeah.
So you're all full on oval racing now.
Yeah, we've just done the Rebel Treble 3 days at Skeggy. So.
Yeah. Did you have a go?
I did. Yeah, I raced Ben's on the Thursday night and Abby's on the Monday.
Right. And how did you do?
Yeah. Well, I'm qualified for the World Final, so which is nuts.
What for the Rebels as well?
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Nuts, but yeah.
Wow. So when's that?
When is it? I don't know. When is it? Rebel World Final. 15th of October.
So we could see you a double winning champion if you win today.
I don't think so. There's plenty of people in front of me faster.
So who would you say you would think may win today?
I'd like to see young Mr. Brighton win it.
Yeah.
Or John Brown.
John Brown,
John's a great bloke.
Yeah. A lot of people have said that as well.
Yeah. It ought to be his year, really.
Yeah. Lovely, thank you for chatting to us.
Okay, thank you very much.
Joining me now is Stephen Stafford, 537, who is on the 14th row of the grid on the outside. This is your first World Final in V8s. Is this your only World Final you've ever been in any formula? And so have you only just come into V8s?
I've done 4 meetings at the last season.
Right
at the end.
Okay.
And one meeting this season so far.
Right, okay. When you've qualified?
Yeah.
So we're here.
Yeah.
Ready to race. Do you favour shale or tarmac?
Well, I've only raced Skeggy once.
Oh, right,
All
okay.
the rest have been shale.
Oh, right, okay. So is this your first racing formula that you've raced in?
Yes.
And what made you come into V8s?
Well, my cousin races.
Who's that?
Luke Smith.
Oh, right.
But I'm mechanic for Tim Warwick in the Formula One.
Oh, yeah.
So I've been around the sport for a long time. And obviously he passed away.
Yeah.
So I bought one 4 weeks later.
Wow.
And here we are.
In his honour?
Yep.
Lovely, that's a really, really cool thing. So, do you fancy your chances?
Depends what Timmy does on the first bend.
Yeah, I know. I didn't realise that he'd done so many years in bangers. Yeah. And he was telling me...
I've seen him race on F1 as well.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, right, okay. I've not seen him race on F1. But he got to red in that, so, yeah. And this is his first season in V8, a full season, really. Yeah. So, yeah. But you could be in the mix. You never know what's going to happen ahead.
No, hopefully first 10 rows take themselves out and you never know then after that.
Yeah, it could be your day. Who on the grid, so let's say of the ladies who are racing, who would you think you'd like to see win?
Probably Amy Jagger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, a couple of people have said Amy.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's been in it. She's good for the sport.
She's not afraid to mix it.
No, she's not, and she did quite well last weekend. Didn't she get fastest lap?
Yes.
Yeah, on one of the meetings.
I see that on my laps.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, so she could be coming from the back, bringing it home. So other than yourself, who would you like to see win?
I'd like to see Guy Jolly win it.
Yeah, he's been a favourite today, hasn't he?
He's been around for a long time.
Yeah.
And,
this is his 15th.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's might be his time.
It might be his time to shine. Let's hope. Thank you for speaking to me, Stephen.
Not a problem.
Cheers.
Thank you.
We're here now with Brian Andrew, who is the longest racing driver in the V8s. You've been in it since it started, haven't you?
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
1987 was my first year.
Right.
Just decided to buy one and give it a go and never been anywhere since.
And you were on the podium a couple of weeks ago at Buxton.
Yeah, finally. I hope it's the start of things to come because we've not had a good year this year. It's been a bit terrible, to be honest, finishing races and stuff. But
you had a few gremlins in the engine, haven't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we got it right, but now we're in a totally different car today, which is a different thing. Yeah.
Why is that?
Yeah. We took a car in that I was looking after for a guy called Martin Fletcher, and he offered me to use it. So I said, why not? World Finals as good as ever. Actually, last time I borrowed a black car that I'd never raced before, I got second in the World Final at Birmingham, so hopefully might be an omen.
So you've had 2 seconds in all of your nearly 30 World Finals.
30 plus.
30 plus. And is saying is you're never too old to go for gold.
That's it.
So Mildenhall has never staged a gold World Final for us.
That's it.
And none of the drivers have been able to practice this year at all here. So you are probably the most experienced. How many times have you raced here?
Well, once in '88 and then twice a couple of years ago.
Right.
When it first came back on the fixture list, I did the 2 meetings that we did. But again this year, I mean, it's a shame for some of the top runners that have never had a go around the track.
Yeah.
But suppose you want to give everybody a chance.
Yeah.
One way of doing it.
Absolutely, yeah.
You know?
Probably. So how are you feeling about the position that you've got on the grid? So you're on the 8th row?
Yeah. I mean, to be honest with you, it's like a bit lower than I would want to be. I'd want to be a little bit nearer the front, especially on shale, but because the track's so small, I'm hoping that keep the wheels on the car and keep going.
Yeah.
I think that's my target anyway, really.
Yeah. So obviously you've seen a lot of drivers come and go when we've got some young hot shots.
Oh yes.
Yeah,
yes.
Thomas Brighton, our youngest driver, on 2nd position.
Yeah.
What do you think his chances are today?
Thomas will be good if he gets away. I just think this situation of him never raced at this track before might just be a problem for him. So some of the guys behind might just be a little bit eager to get going.
Yeah.
So as long as he gets around the first corner,
yeah,
he's every chance. But
yeah. So, and we're going to have a brand new name on the trophy.
Yes.
So
yes, it's weird.
Other than your name being on there, who else would you like to see on instead?
There's a specific row with 2 people on, and it's going to be one way or the other. I think Gillen.
Oh really?
Yep.
Oh right.
I think Gillen, because he's just come good just recently. He's put his head to his wheels and he's doing well. I think Gillen.
Wow.
I think he's in a good spot.
Okay. So further down, we've got some people who they've never raced a world final at all. And we've got some like some of your local guys, Will and Joe.
Yeah.
So you know they're going to be fighting it out, aren't they? The 2 of them. Who do you think's got the best chance out of those 2?
I think Joe.
Yeah.
He's sat right at the back. He can just watch whatever happens. And like I said to him before, over in the pits, I said just keep going. If a car comes past you, don't worry about it, because they might just be trying to get back on your lap. Just keep going.
Yeah.
And I think he'll be all right. I think he'll get it top 10 if the way things going. Yes.
Yeah. And he did really well in the wet at Buxton the other week, didn't he?
He did.
So
he did.
Yeah, might play.
Car reliable. That's all he needs.
Yeah. Would you say that shale or tarmac is your favourite?
I enjoy shale more.
Yeah.
But I'm more successful on tarmac, to be honest with you. If I get a good night on shale, I think I'm going to the next shale meeting. If I get a terrible night, I think just stick with tarmac. I don't know why you went, you know what I mean? But it's there's been that many meetings and tracks I've been to over the years. You know, there's never really a favourite, so you just do what you can within your budget, really.
Yeah.
But no, it should be fun.
And you nearly weren't here because your wife's expecting to have a
Oh yes, yeah. That bit worked out when he said next week instead of this week. I thought, phew, that were close. but hopefully she'll be back on track anyway later on this year.
And so, is your car not named after your wife?
Not this one.
Not this one.
Not this
one.
No,
because this one isn't your car, is
that's
it? So,
yeah,
but your others are.
Yeah, the other car. I have to make sure that's on. Although it's Christina, which is a bit anonymous after the film. You never know, do you?
Well, I don't know. Did you race anything other than V8s? Or is...
The only thing I ever had a go at was I had a go in a Formula 2.
Right.
And I did about 4 laps around Bellevue.
Oh right.
And lost the front wheels. And it cost me a fortune to put the wheels back on it. So, but at the time I already had the V8 that was still in the shed. I just fancied to go in something else to see whether it was going to work. But no, prior to V8s I never, or Hotstox as it was.
Yeah.
I never done anything.
And you clearly love it because you're still here.
Yeah, I'll keep going.
Still repping the sport.
Yeah, I've always said if I do get a championship, that might be it. I'll retain that trophy and then I'll go. I'll leave it to all these young ones because they're getting younger and faster every year.
In that case, I hope that you don't win because I think you're really good for the sport and it's great to see you on track and at the meetings. So it's a great sport to be in, isn't it?
Yeah, enjoy meeting the new people that are coming in. There's some great people coming in now. We just want to keep them. That's the main thing. If we can keep them within our sport, then the sport will go from better.
I think it will too.
Definitely.
Lovely. Thank you for chatting.
No bother. Thank you very much.
We're here with Matt Young, brother of Steve Young, who is on pole position. Sorry, Matthew and Stephen, as they are known to their mother. I got told off last night. Yeah, Sunday names always. So you are on the 11th row.
Yep.
And this is your 6th or 7th world final?
properly remember, to be fair. I mean, it's one of them where I've not finished most of them, so I kind of forget about them. So
right,
yeah,
okay.
so there's only a few that I've actually finished.
And your highest finishing position was the 8th?
Yes.
Yeah. So which has been your favourite track to race at on the World Finals?
Annoyingly, it was Skegness.
Oh, right.
Even though it was absolutely saturated, the car was really good.
2019?
Yeah. But I only finished 1 lap.
Oh.
So the car was spot on. I ended up winning the heat 1 straight afterwards and stuff. So the car was just like really where it needed to be, but
it was just unfortunate. Yeah, it was very, very wet with me.
On that meeting.
That was that was when Yelly came second, I think it was.
Yes.
It was. So that was a very wet one.
Yeah.
So would you say you favour shale overall on the meetings or tarmac?
I usually tend to do better on tarmac.
Right.
But on a good day, I do really enjoy actually just racing shale, whether it's I'm up in the points or I'm just knocking about at the back or something like that. Just actually getting out there on a good shale track.
Yeah.
You can't beat it.
And have you raced Mildenhall very often?
Couple of times, not massive amounts, but probably most than
more than most of the drivers on the grid.
So, so
definitely.
At least I've got that little bit of advantage.
Yeah, especially a lot of them behind you, because a fair few behind you have never qualified for a world final before.
Yeah.
So
yeah, definitely.
You're one of the most experienced in your little group.
Yeah.
So
that's it. Hopefully it pays off.
Yeah. So hopefully you're probably hoping that it all kicks off in front of you and you can just steam through.
Oh well, I'm not going to say that because Stephen's right on the pole, but if they all steam in the first bend and I scooch around the inside, so be it.
Yeah, so be it. I wouldn't say no. So other than Stephen, who would obviously be your favourite to win, who would be your next favourite?
I think Guy, to be fair. I mean, we get on well with Guy and stuff like that, but he's been in it for a good number of years now, and he's always evaded them top spots for the big meetings and stuff like that. So he's definitely he's quite well up. He's well sort of practiced on shale and stuff. So
this is one of his local tracks, isn't it?
That's it. He likes it round here. He does well round here. So I think he's probably one actually that sort of he might not get talked about all that much for this meeting at the moment, because there's a lot of young quick drivers out there and stuff. A lot that have come through in the past couple of years. But
he's got his place on the grid. He's earned that place on the grid, so you can't write him off at all. It doesn't matter who's the young drivers or who the New Zealand drivers are, because anything could happen.
Exactly.
But I mean, a lot of people have said Guy. He's a favourite.
Yeah,
they want him to win. So
he's a driver's favourite.
He is, yeah. So if you were, if we had to vote, who was your favourite driver? It'd all be Guy.
Oh yes.
Yeah. So of the overseas drivers, do you have a favourite?
To be fair, I don't really know many of them.
No.
I've seen a few of them knocking about, a few of them race the F1s and stuff like that, but I've never really sort of watched them racing and stuff like that all that much, to be fair, so I don't really know out a lot, to be fair. Obviously we know the Teslas and stuff like that, they're very quick drivers and stuff, and they've got some good kit out there as well, so they'll definitely be ones to watch. They're starting well up there and everything, so there could be ones that are just sort of put it in the mix, to be fair.
Absolutely, I think they probably will.
Yeah.
So did you come from minis as well?
No. My first time actually racing was in a V8.
Oh, was it?
Yeah. So I just went from nothing, never even. I think I'd done like go-karting twice or something, so it was completely fresh. So it was a very steep learning curve. It took its time to get there. Hopefully it's getting a little bit better and stuff. But no, it was completely fresh. Sat in the car and just took it from there.
And your dad's the chairman. So did your dad race?
Yes.
What
he
did
raced
race?
Formula 2s back in like the sort of like late 80s.
Right.
Stuff like that.
Which I imagine the Formula 2s then were very different to what they are today.
A little bit, yes. Yeah. I mean, he built his own and all that sort of stuff and whatever. But he was well up there when he was sort of like back in the day sort of thing. But he, like I said, it was a different formula than what it is now. So he actually had to go out in the V8s when we first bought them.
Oh, did he?
Yeah. I think he did like we bought both cars. He did a meeting in both, and he just said no, his body can't take it anymore. So he handed over the reins to us. So
he's reached an age.
Yeah.
So now he's the chairman and he's doing a cracking job.
He is.
Somebody's got to do it. I think it's a thankless task. And I certainly wouldn't want it.
Oh no, the amount of hours that he puts in out of office sort of thing and everything like that, even during office.
And running his own business as well, and then trying to do the V8s as well. It's a lot, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but we're grateful.
He puts the time and the effort in. He really does.
Yeah, he does.
So.
Lovely. Well, good luck in your meeting.
Thank you very much.
Yeah,
Thank
it could
you.
be yours. Who knows?
Thank you.
Cheers. So with Evan Bullock, 201, who's came into the Formula at the start of the season. Formerly mini stock racer, and then took a year out to do his GCSEs, and now he's come into V8s, and you've done fairly well.
Yeah, yes, I'm just still finding my feet, but...
Still finding your feet at Superstar and current points leader.
Yeah, I've had a good start off the lower grades. So
you did. You had a really good start as a white top, didn't you? You did a fair few. Like Emma Ford did though as well. She came in as a white top.
A lot of drivers have done that from the lower grades.
Yeah, they have.
Just maintaining that amount of points. Really.
Yeah, Thomas Brighton as well. He did well. So, but we've got quite a few former mini stock drivers in the V8s, which is quite good, isn't it?
Yeah, Gracie Squire's done good.
Yeah.
She came through from minis. She was straight up the grades.
Yeah, she was. I think, didn't she win her first race?
Yeah, I think so.
Last year at Skegness, she did really well. Unfortunately, she's not racing today. She's got another commitment. So you are 4th row on the grid with 2 overseas drivers in front of you, your brother at the side of you.
Yep.
The most controversial, not controversial, maybe the one to watch, people have been saying. So how are you feeling about that?
I don't really expect anything. It's my first season. I've done well to qualify where I am. So just see how I go, really.
Yeah.
Don't expect anything.
I don't really think you can plan, can you?
No, you can't plan a world final, especially at a track that I've not really raced at. So just see how it goes and hopefully come out on top. But.
Yeah. So you've done a couple of mini stocks world finals. Yeah, you did.
2 or 3 or something.
Yeah,
like that.
2 or 3. You had a bit of success.
And then a lot of downfall.
A lot of bad luck and some time out. Yeah. So, but you enjoyed your time in the minis.
Oh, definitely. It's good starting steps to any adult formula. So.
Yeah, and they're on with us today, so that'll be good to see them, won't it?
Yeah, good to see some old faces that I used to race with.
Yeah, and they'll be able to see what you do. Maybe, hopefully, it might encourage a few mini stocks drivers to move into the V8s.
Hopefully, yeah. It's a good step up formula from minis, so hopefully get a few more in good numbers.
Yeah. So we have some meetings with good numbers. Sheffield wasn't so good because people don't like the post and rail, do they? Yeah. And also a number of them were saving the cars for this week.
Yeah, it's week before world final, so I never
hello.
expected.
We're just going to be overtaken by a plane of some description. Wow, that's very impressive. I booked that specially for you, darling.
Thanks.
Wow. I say he's coming into land.
Looks like it.
Yeah. So other than yourself or your brother, who would you like to win?
I'd love to see Brian Andrews. I love to see Brian Andrews win it.
Yeah.
He's been in it a long time, since he first started. But I'd say Dan Pool's a dark horse. He's finding grips, he's finding his strengths on shale. So I wouldn't say anyone's out of it really. It's world final.
Yeah.
Anyone from the back half of the field could be up there in the first corner, you never know, do you?
Absolutely, they could be, yeah. So, would you say you prefer shale or tarmac?
I don't know really, I've not done a full season yet. I've been doing all right on both, but I prefer shale at the moment.
Yeah, so you run one car on both surfaces, yeah? So is that an advantage or a disadvantage, would you say?
Say it's an advantage for room in the garage.
Yeah.
But I don't think there's that much in them, to be fair.
No.
From what I've seen with other people's cars. There's a little bit here and there, but I think having a good multi-surface car is a lot more helpful.
Yeah, and so what do you have to change between a shale meeting and a tarmac meeting?
Just tyres really, there's nothing major. No, obviously no axles or anything. Obviously just your tyres really, I guess.
Yeah. Cool, thank you for talking to me.
That's all right.
We are now here with Paul Press, 491. Definitely got the number right. Just called my son the wrong number.
Oh dear. Oh, well.
Not good. So you are currently in the 7th row on the grid.
That's it, I think I was 6th, but somehow I'm 7th now.
7th now,
anyway.
because we've got the overseas drivers.
11th, something like that will do, be fine.
Yeah, but you've had to have some time out recently because you've done what damage?
Yeah, I've torn all the ligaments in my right shoulder. So said it would be about 12 weeks before that sort of repaired itself. It's been 6 or 7 now, so I'm going to duct tape it into the seat and see what happens.
Oh, flipping heck. Oh. Well, thank you for coming and taking your place on the grid. So you must fancy your chances though if you've come for just the one race with a poorly shoulder.
Well, yeah, my shoulder's far from being fixed. All the lads that helped me have been keen.
Right.
They've been turning up, they've been doing the car every week. I went away last week, came back, car was ready, so
yeah,
we'll give it a go.
Brilliant.
We can keep out of trouble, can't we?
Can we?
Yeah.
Do we?
Yeah, we don't need to crash.
Do we not?
No, we can stay out of trouble, go around, steady ride around. Yeah, everyone else can crash.
Let them go before.
Yeah.
So is this your first or second V8 World Final?
I think this will be my third.
Third?
Yeah, the first year I raced them was Northampton, did a World Final there.
Right.
Then the following year it was the swamp that was Skegness.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Underwater. And then we've been away doing bits of Formula 1 and bits of other stuff, and
right.
This is our third one.
So have you packed the F1s in full 8 and just come to V8s, or are you still doing both?
No, who knows? I don't know. The V8s are more enjoyable.
Yeah.
They're easier. I'm going to say they don't hurt as much, but they do. Yeah, it's better time.
Yeah.
And everything else. So it's V8s.
But
and we'll see.
Don't you also have a son who's racing?
I do. The youngest son, Elliot, he's started racing the micros now. So that's every other weekend with him somewhere, whether it be Buxton, Skegness, or. So
you've got more time to fit that in as well with the V8s, because we don't do as many meetings as the F1s, do we?
No, don't do nearly as many meetings.
Yeah.
You know, if we did all shale, all tarmac, it still only amounts to a busy month for a Formula 2 driver, really.
Absolutely, definitely. So, which would you say is your favourite in the V8s, your shale or your tarmac?
Oh, shale without a doubt.
Really?
Yeah. I'm not a lover of time in the workshop, preparing stuff, setting stuff up, and with tarmac you need to have everything absolutely bang on.
Right.
With shale it's a bit more forgiving.
Right.
Everybody's out of control. You don't know what you're running into, who's running into you, and it's just more fun, I find.
Yeah. So, which track would be your favourite as well?
Well, Stoke was my favourite.
Oh gosh.
Obviously, that's
really?
Gone. Yeah. I used to love Stoke. I used to like the track's rough, bumpy. Not like the Kings Lynn sort of smooth like a billiard table. So here, I've had quite a lot of success here.
So in what? What have you raced here?
Formula 2s,
right.
And the V8 when I did them previously. So I've had quite a bit of success here in the couple of formulas I've raced here. I had a walk around the track earlier. Looks like it could be sort of rutty and there's a berm, so it might just suit my style of crashing.
Your style of driving.
Yeah.
Oh, crashing, right? Crashing. Okay, your style of crashing. Yeah. What? So how many formulas do you actually raced?
Quite a few.
Go on then.
Yeah, I'm getting old. I've got old. I'm not getting old. I live up in the northeast.
Yeah.
So we had Aycliffe and Hartlepool were our tracks when I was a kid. So I started, had to go on a speedway bike, did that while I was 8, 9, 10 years old. Then went to store stock cars, got into mini stocks when I was 11 or 12.
Oh right, ORC or BriSCA?
There were a national mini stock club then, so it was the BriSCA.
BriSCA, yeah.
What BriSCA evolved into, I think. I've raced saloons, I've raced Reliant Robins, done a couple of banger meetings, but then predominantly it was Formula 2s.
Right.
Aycliffe, Hartlepool, Shut, we had Barford, that was a Formula 2 track. So I did Formula 2s for a lot of years. Done sidecar, grass track racing.
Wow.
Then came back into stock cars, Formula 2s. 2 older lads started racing micros, a bit time consuming, so got into the V8s, which was easier.
Brilliant.
And
I did not realise you were so experienced, Paul.
I am very old, yes, very old. With age comes experience, doesn't it?
So, we've got 5 females on the grid. Who do you think might be in with a good chance?
Well, Hannah won the final last week, didn't she?
Yeah.
At Sheffield, was it?
Yeah. No, she was Bradford, Tommy was Sheffield.
Tommy, right. Well, good weekend for the family.
Definitely.
Any of them, who knows? You know, Emma can pedal one of these things.
Yeah.
All of them can. So who knows?
And other than yourself to win, who was your favourite to win? Who would you like to win, and who do you think would win?
Who would I like to win? Somebody that's not really expecting to win. I think, you know, someone like Gav Smith or something like that. You know, would make his life, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
I don't know who's going to win. Who knows round here?
He had a win last week. At Buxton though, in the wet, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Yeah, Buxton in the wet. So you know, he's getting there with it.
Yeah.
You know, nice people. Anyone really, it doesn't matter as long as we can all drive off at the end.
Absolutely, I agree with that one.
But I think it'll be a few restarts, a few stoppages.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to go straight off, is it?
Definitely not.
No. Lovely. Thank you for chatting to us.
Thank
Good
you.
luck. Yellow Tesla is now joining me, our Dutch entrant, our only Dutch entrant for the World Final in the V8s. Thank you for joining us. You've got to do a time trial. How are you feeling about that?
Well, if I'm the fastest, I'll be on row 3 inside. So I think it's fair to do the time trials.
Yeah. So you will then kind of have an advantage because a lot of the other drivers have never even been on the track in Mildenhall. So you've got, a bit more experience on the track than them. So that'll be good for you.
Yeah, hopefully it will give me a bit of more luck and put me on the row 3 inside.
Yeah. So you also race F1s and F2s?
Yeah, most of the time the F1.
Yeah.
I've done the F2 last year.
Yeah. So which would you say is your favourite out of all the formulas that you race?
Well, I think I have to say the Formula 1.
Right, okay. And you race F1s back in Holland?
Yeah.
Okay. And is it shale or tarmac that you favour?
Shale.
Shale.
We only do shale, to be honest.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Okay. Did you go to Venray the other week?
Yeah, just watching and having a beer.
A lot of beer, I imagine.
Yeah.
The last time I saw you, actually, you were on the dance floor at the Mini Stocks Do the other year.
I can't remember.
No. So, do you know many of the other drivers who are racing today?
Yeah, quite a few. Because I've done the 2019 World Final also.
Where you got second?
Yeah, I don't know, quite a few drivers, yeah.
Okay, so of the other guys who are racing, who do you think might do well today?
I have no idea. I've not watching them racing around here.
Right.
For like a year or more.
Yeah.
So I have no idea.
Okay.
I think the ones on the first 4 rows, they will be fast.
Yeah.
Otherwise they would have not been there.
Yeah. We've got some guys though. So Gav Smith, he won at Buxton a few weeks ago in the wet. He's right at the back, but and he's got Kev Stutchbury's former World Championship car, so he could be in a good position as well to come from the back. You racing the F1s next week?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Do you know where you are on the grid for that?
No, it's the time trials as well.
Again?
Yeah.
Right. Okay. And where's that at?
Northampton.
Ah, right. Okay. Cool. And so you're looking forward to it?
Yeah, definitely.
And are you here for like quite a while? Have you been here quite a while, or are you just travelling to and from?
No, we just left this morning.
Right.
We're going home tomorrow. And then coming back on Wednesday.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah.
Wow. So that's quite a commitment, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
And we appreciate you coming over.
Yeah, I hope we have a good night of racing, and hopefully we can get a trophy.
Yeah, cool. Thank you for joining us. Cheers. So I'm here with Danny Scholes, who unfortunately has not qualified for the grid today, but she's one of my favourite drivers. You are so determined to keep going, and I love it, and I love chatting to you. So who are you looking forward to see on the World Final grid today?
I'm looking forward to seeing Cammy.
Yeah.
Because we know she's quick on tarmac.
Definitely.
I want to see how she performs today.
And that is a tarmac car?
Yeah. As well, so
it'd be interesting to see. Well, nobody knows what changes they've made to it, but I've not seen her race that on shale. I think she has done previously.
When she first year here, she was using Matt Barnard's car.
Ah, right,
on the shale, because our World Final was at Bradford that year, so she was getting used to it.
Ah, right, okay.
But we'll
so
see.
This is her own tarmac car, so we will see what happens. So do you feel a bit gutted that you've missed out?
Yeah, I'm very gutted because it's my favourite shale track.
Right.
I really like it around here.
Yeah.
And I'm quite quick for me.
You're getting there, but Danny, you've come into V8s, but you've never raced anything before, have you?
No.
And you do this all yourself as well, don't you? You haven't got like a team of mechanics, you've got you and your friends and your dad, that do this. And that's what's great about this formula, I think, that, it is, as Andy Smith once coined a phrase, Fred in the shed, and that's what most of the drivers are. They're doing it themselves week in, week out, and they're spending the time in the garage, and you do put that time in. But I don't always think it's about being the winner. I think it's also being about part of something.
Yeah, 100%. When I come off that track and I've got a smile on my face, that's winning for me.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
I don't need to come off with a trophy or anything. I'm winning if I finish the race.
Yeah.
No damage, and all good.
And you are improving.
Slowly,
we're getting there. But it's track time, isn't it? And getting out on track. Yeah. And you don't love all the tracks, do you? No.
No, not at all.
No. So which is your favourite track to race on? Here?
Here in Skegness.
Skegness, yeah.
Always.
Cool. And how many years have you been racing now?
since 2019.
2019. So you're a fairly new driver.
Yes.
So
yeah.
And there are quite a lot. So like we've got the Cheethams. They've never raced a formula before. Who else? There was somebody else who I was speaking to, but yeah, a fair few people who are in it. So there's a chance for you to get on the grid next time.
Maybe.
Yeah,
hopefully.
I think so. So, who would you like to win?
John Brown.
John Brown.
John Brown.
He's been a favourite today.
He's quick.
Yeah.
Can't put it past him. He's quick on shale.
No.
Yeah, John Brown.
Yeah, I think he said last year that he was going to take a year out because they're getting married at the end of the year. But him and both his fiance have come in and been. I mean, Emma's really been stealing the show, hasn't she?
Ain't she just? I was there like, John, you need to get rid of the car, mate. You're done.
Yeah, she's showing you up. Yeah. So there's only ever been 2 drivers who have won V8s and won F1s. Do you know who they are?
Andy Smith.
And
Stuart Smith.
Yes.
Oh,
I didn't know that.
Oh.
So I was given some fun facts about the formula, and there have only been Long Eaton's run the most V8 races, even though that doesn't exist anymore. Kev Stutchbury has won it 5 times. Mick Rogers won it the most times with 7 wins.
Oh wow.
And what's the other one? A good fun fact. Kev Stutchbury has made the most appearances of the V8 World Finals, and he's made 21, sorry.
Wow.
And I don't think he even realises that from just chatting to him just then.
That's crazy.
So yeah, and Yella Tesla is the highest scoring overseas driver when he came second in the very wet race at Skegness.
Yes, I remember that because I was first reserve and then the car didn't want to start at all. So.
Oh, and could you have gone on that track? Could you have raced?
Don't think so.
Oh,
it was going on for the parade lap.
Got you.
And it was like, not happening.
Not happening. Probably a good idea because it was absolutely atrocious, wasn't it? So yeah, brilliant. So of the underdogs, so like the people at the back, so like let's say Gav Smith, maybe George, who's not done much this year. So like, who do you think from the back who might have a good chance?
I really don't know. Gav's quite quick.
Yeah, he did really well at
Buxton.
Yeah.
We're trying to get him to buy a tarmac car. Obviously George is the same as Cammy. Never seen him on shale recently.
So
yeah, you know,
it could be the dark horse.
He is quite quick.
Yes,
but we'll see what happens.
Yeah, that'll be one to watch, I think.
It's going to be interesting.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. And Brian, he's my favourite.
Oh, Brian. He just needs,
Yeah. I just want him to have a championship.
And me.
Yeah.
About time.
Yeah, about time. So we'll see you out in the rest of the meeting, in all the other heats and the final.
Yep. You will indeed.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you. now with Thomas Brighton, the winner of the V8 World Championship. We need to check out, but you might actually be the youngest winner ever.
I think so, I might be.
Yeah.
It was one of them.
We will get Neil Fry to check his facts for us. I'm sure he'll come up with the goods soon. So talk us through your race.
I was got quite a good start, just getting away from Stephen, and then I got legged up with Amy Jagger in about maybe 6 laps in, and then just got out of that, and then a yellow flag was called. And normally I'm a bit of a I prefer the wet shale. The water tanker came out, and Stephen's not so good in the wet, so I was like, perfect, here we go. I got going, I got legged up with Ian Lewis, and then your Evan got into the lead, so I was sort of trying my hardest just to catch him. I was slowly coming along. Then Lee Allen got tangled with him and just got through with 5 laps to go and just managed to hold on.
Yeah. So it was like, you couldn't have written it, you couldn't have predicted what was going to happen, but all the drama of the overseas drivers coming in and everyone thinking they're really fast and hard drivers and they're going to win, and they didn't.
I was very surprised when I came round. I saw Yelly facing the wrong way around. I was like, must have done well. But then Mitch had ended up getting up to 3rd at one point and then passed me for 2nd. And I just went up the inside. I was like, I cannot have an overseas driver win it, and it needs to stay in the UK.
Yeah, definitely, and that's what you've done. So, British World. What else have we got? Whites and yellows champion.
Whites and yellows.
Bowling champion at Skegness. Oh no, that wasn't you. That was the other Thomas.
That was the other Tommy.
Yeah. So, what's next? What's next championship to race for?
The European will be the next, and then the points after that. The 75 points from the World Final will help a lot.
Yeah.
To try and catch Evan.
Yeah.
But we'll see what we can do.
So
the
winner of the World Final can choose to either take 50 points for the win and continue racing the meeting, or they can take 75 points and not continue with the meeting, and you've took the 75 points.
I just thought took the 75 points, because Millnall's one of them tracks where all it takes is getting legged up once with a back marker on a yellow flags or just in the final, and your race is over.
Yeah, yeah. You did really well. Everyone was cheering for you, you know, and you've got to give it to you. You won it fair and square.
Thank
it was
you.
a brilliant race. It was good to watch. Well done you.
Thank you.
Okay, we're here with John Brown, who came 2nd in the World Final. Again.
I was just going to say that, but I thought I'll wait.
Talk us through your race.
Well, it didn't get off to the best start. We got through the first 3 laps. Our main aim was to keep all 4 wheels on it for the first 5 or 6 laps, and then start making some ground. I spun myself on about a few laps in, trying to get by Paul Press. Clipped the marker tyre, I did a 360. Luckily then we had that yellow flag, which basically put me back where I was, which was great.
So they went a lap back, did they?
No, it was just the cars, they put me 1 car behind Paul, so I was sort of back where I'd ended up in the first place. And then we just started hunting them down from then, but I just, Thomas got caught up with that back marker one time, and I seen that happen. I thought, oh, Evan's going to hopefully they'll both crash out together, and that didn't happen. And then when Evan had got the lead, I thought, he's getting away with this. And then he hit a back marker, and then I seen that happen. I thought, oh yeah, I'm on him now. And then all of a sudden, I hit the back. I think I hit the back of tyres, pushed him through the pile up, and stopped myself dead. And then Evan got back in front of me, and we had to have a fight for 2nd then. But yeah, it's 2nd again, isn't it? Again.
And then from where you were on the grid,
I'm quite pleased to get up there from where I was on the grid. It's a little bit bittersweet with again.
It's always next year.
I said that last year and the year before.
Yeah, but if you don't take part, then you don't know.
No, we're up there. We're in the mix. So
definitely.
What else can we do?
Absolutely, it was a good race.
You can't take it away from the lads. I was hoping myself that there'd be a little bit of inexperience fall my way by Evan and Thomas being so new to the formula, and me being an old fart now. But they weren't. They drove spot on. Anyone would have got caught on the back markers they got caught on. I don't think anyone would have done anything any differently.
No.
And they drove a superb race, and they deserve to be where they were.
Well done to you.
Thank you.
Thank you. I'm sat with now Evan Bullock, who came 3rd in the World Final. Well done. Talk me through your race.
Got a good start. I was happy with it. Finally got up there. After that first yellow flag, I was in 3rd. Started going well. Got into the lead after Tom Brighton got tangled up. I just got caught with a back marker and pushed to the infield tyres, but just racing. Happy I got 3rd though for the first World Final.
First World Final, first season. did really well. Next year?
Do 2 better and try win it.
Brilliant. All right, thank you.